Life can be overwhelming, and it's easy to feel like stress, negativity, and uncertainty are always just around the corner. But here's the truth. You don't have to live in a constant state of anxiety or frustration. You can stay calm and positive, no matter what life throws at you. Imagine being able to handle any situation with a clear mind, staying focused even when everything feels out of control. How would that change your life? In this audiobook, we're going to explore practical, real-world strategies that will help you build mental strength, stay positive in challenging times, and keep your calm when things get tough. These aren't just theories, they're actionable steps that you can start applying today. Stick with me, and you'll discover how simple changes in your mindset and habits can lead to a life that's calmer, more positive, and more fulfilling. Ready to take control? Let's dive in. Chapter 1. Start each day with positive affirmations to boost confidence. Start your day with power. You are not a victim to circumstance. You are the creator of your reality. Every morning is a new opportunity to mold the person you want to become. The mindset you carry at the beginning of each day will dictate how you respond to challenges, how you deal with setbacks, and ultimately how successful and fulfilled you become. You can choose to wake up with a sense of dread or with a sense of excitement and empowerment. The choice is yours. Positive affirmations are one of the most powerful tools at your disposal to start your day with confidence and clarity. They are not mere words, they are declarations that shape the fabric of your mind and your life. When used properly, affirmations have the ability to transform your inner dialogue, shift your mindset, and reprogram your subconscious to believe in your potential. By starting your day with positive affirmations, you set the tone for how you will experience the hours that follow. You are not just going through the motions, you are actively choosing to focus on the best parts of yourself, on your strengths, and on the opportunities that lie ahead. The most important thing to realize about affirmations is that they are not wishful thinking. They are not a magical formula that will solve your problems overnight. Instead, they are tools for cultivating a mindset of success, resilience, and positivity. When repeated daily, they begin to influence the way you think, feel, and act. In time, they become a natural part of your mental framework. You begin to believe in your ability to overcome obstacles, to achieve your goals, and to face each day with a sense of purpose and conviction. The first step in using affirmations effectively is to understand their purpose. Positive affirmations are meant to override the negative, limiting beliefs that you might have about yourself. You might have grown up hearing messages that told you you weren't good enough, that you couldn't succeed, or that you weren't worthy of happiness and success. These beliefs may have been deeply ingrained in your subconscious, but they are not the truth. The truth is that you have unlimited potential, and by choosing to repeat positive affirmations, you are training your mind to believe in this potential, to trust in your abilities, and to take action toward your dreams. To begin, start with simple, empowering statements. Affirmations should be written in the present tense, as if what you are affirming is already true. For example, instead of saying, "I will be successful," say, "I am successful." Instead of "I will be confident," say, "I am confident." Your words should reflect the person you are becoming, not just the person you are today. This shift in language helps to align your subconscious mind with your conscious desires. When crafting your affirmations, focus on the areas of your life where you want to see growth or change. Do you want to be more confident in social situations? Do you want to build your self-esteem and self-worth? Are you looking to attract more abundance into your life? Choose affirmations that resonate with your goals. For example, -I am worthy of success and happiness. -I am capable of handling whatever comes my way. I am confident, strong, and resilient. I attract positive opportunities into my life. I am in control of my thoughts and emotions. I am deserving of love, respect, and fulfillment. The key to making affirmations effective is repetition. Your brain is wired to accept what you repeatedly expose it to. If you constantly think negative thoughts, your mind will begin to believe them. Similarly, when you expose yourself to positive affirmations each day, you begin to rewire your brain to focus on the possibilities instead of the limitations. This is how you change your mindset. Over time, these positive thoughts become automatic, and they begin to influence your actions and behavior in profound ways. Make your affirmations a part of your morning routine. The first moments of your day set the tone for everything that follows. As soon as you wake up, before you let the worries and distractions of the world seep in, take a moment to center yourself and repeat your affirmations. Stand in front of a mirror, if possible. Look yourself in the eyes and say your affirmations out loud. This simple act has a powerful effect on your confidence. When you speak your affirmations out loud, you are not just thinking them, you are owning them. You are asserting your belief in yourself. But don't stop there. Write your affirmations down every day. This helps to solidify them in your mind and brings them into the physical realm. Keep a journal and each morning write out your affirmations as if you are affirming them to the universe, to yourself, and to the world. Writing helps you to focus on the words and internalize their meaning. It also gives you a tangible reminder of your goals and beliefs, something you can revisit when you need encouragement. One of the most powerful aspects of positive affirmations is their ability to combat negativity. It's easy to become overwhelmed by negative thoughts, especially when you're facing difficulties. We all have days when we feel uncertain or discouraged. But the key is not to let those feelings dictate your actions. Instead, use your affirmations to shift your mindset. When you catch yourself thinking negatively, whether it's about yourself, your future, or your current circumstances, counter those thoughts with a positive affirmation. For example, if you think I'll never be able to achieve my goals, immediately counter that thought with I am capable of achieving everything I set my mind to. If you think I'm not good enough, replace that with I am worthy of success and happiness. By doing this consistently, you train your mind to default to positive thoughts, and over time, negative thoughts will lose their power over you. Affirmations are also a powerful tool for self-compassion. We can be our own worst critics, constantly judging ourselves for our mistakes and shortcomings. But this inner criticism only serves to erode our confidence and hinder our growth. Instead, practice self-compassion through affirmations. Remind yourself that you are human and that it's okay to make mistakes. Use affirmations like -I am learning and growing every day. -I forgive myself for past mistakes and move forward. I am worthy of love and respect, just as I am. I am proud of how far I've come and excited for what's ahead. These affirmations help you to accept yourself fully and stop beating yourself up for perceived flaws or setbacks. They empower you to take ownership of your journey without being weighed down by guilt or regret. While affirmations can be incredibly powerful on their own, they work best when combined with action. Words alone are not enough to create lasting change. Affirmations must be backed by intentional actions. For example, if you are affirming that you are worthy of success, take steps each day that align with this belief. If you affirm that you are confident, take actions that demonstrate confidence, such as speaking up in meetings or putting yourself out there in social situations. When you combine the power of positive affirmations with consistent action, you create a force of momentum that propels you toward your goals. Your affirmations serve as a guide, helping you to stay focused and motivated, while your actions bring your goals to life. It's also important to stay patient and trust the process. Changing your mindset and rewiring your brain takes time. It won't happen overnight, but if you stick with it, the results will be undeniable. You will start to notice a shift in how you perceive yourself, in how you approach challenges, and in how you respond to adversity. Affirmations are not a quick fix. They are a long-term strategy for building a resilient and empowered mindset. As you continue to practice positive affirmations, remember that they are a tool to help you build the life you desire. They are not a replacement for hard work, but they are a powerful ally in your journey towards success and fulfillment. By starting each day with affirmations, you lay the foundation for a day filled with purpose, confidence, and positivity. So make it a habit. Each morning, before you let the chaos of the world consume you, take a moment to center yourself, to affirm your greatness, and to set your intentions for the day. Your mindset is everything. When you start each day with the belief that you are capable, worthy, and deserving of success, you will see the world around you begin to reflect that belief back to you. Affirmations are the first step toward building a life filled with positivity, confidence, and success. You are the architect of your own destiny, and with each positive affirmation, you are laying the foundation for a brighter, more empowered future. Believe in yourself, take action, and watch as your life transforms in ways you never thought possible. Chapter 2. Set clear goals and take consistent actions toward them. It is one of the most important steps you can take toward creating a life filled with purpose, fulfillment, and success. It's easy to get distracted by the noise of life, to drift through days without a clear sense of direction, but living like this is like trying to navigate through a fog without a map. You need clear goals, specific targets that give you something to focus on, strive for, and work toward every single day. With these goals in place, you can create a life that's driven by purpose and intention. The first step in setting goals is understanding why they matter. Goals are not just to-do lists or arbitrary markers of success. They are the roadmap to your future. Without goals, you have no sense of direction. You might wander aimlessly, hoping things will fall into place, but this rarely happens. Goals are powerful because they serve as a focal point for your energy and actions. When you have a goal, you know exactly where you're headed, and that knowledge drives you forward, even on the toughest days. Setting clear goals is not about wishing for things to happen. It's about deciding what you want, planning how to achieve it, and committing yourself to the journey. It's a commitment to action, growth, and progress. Setting a goal is a declaration to yourself that you are ready to take control of your life and work towards something greater than the status quo. The first step in setting clear goals is to be specific. Vague goals like, "I want to be successful" or "I want to be happy" are not actionable. Success and happiness mean different things to different people, and if you don't know exactly what they look like for you, you will have a hard time working toward them. Instead, ask yourself what success and happiness mean to you personally. What does your ideal life look like? Break it down into concrete terms. For example, "I want to be financially independent by 30" is a clear and specific goal. "I want to run a marathon in 6 months" is a specific target that gives you something to work toward. "I want to read 50 books this year" is a measurable goal that you can track. By setting specific goals, you create a blueprint for your success. Instead of vague desires, You now have a clear, defined target. Specific goals allow you to know exactly where to focus your efforts and give you something to measure progress against. Once your goals are clear, it's time to break them down into smaller, actionable steps. A large goal can often feel overwhelming, and it's easy to procrastinate or feel like the task is too big to tackle. But when you break it down into manageable pieces, it becomes more achievable. For example, if your goal is to run a marathon, breaking it down could look like this. Week 1, run 2 miles without stopping. Week 2, increase to 3 miles. Week 3, add strength training to your routine. Week 4, run 4 miles without stopping. By breaking down your goals into smaller, more manageable tasks, you make it easier to take consistent action. Each small step brings you closer to the ultimate goal, and each completed task boosts your confidence, making the bigger goal seem less intimidating. Once you have your small steps in place, it's time to commit to taking consistent action. The most important part of achieving any goal is showing up every single day and putting in the work. It's easy to get excited about a new goal at the beginning, but true success comes from consistent effort, even when motivation fades. Motivation is fleeting, it comes and goes, but discipline is what keeps you going when you don't feel like it. Consistency is key to progress. No matter how small your daily actions may seem, they add up over time. Every time you take action, no matter how minor, you are building momentum. It's like a snowball rolling down a hill. It starts small, but as it continues, it gathers strength and speed. Over time, your consistent efforts will lead to significant progress. But consistency doesn't mean perfection. Don't expect to be flawless in your efforts. Mistakes will happen. You might miss a workout or miss a deadline, and that's okay. The key is to get back on track quickly. Don't let one setback derail your progress. Progress is about consistency, not perfection. The most successful people are not those who never fail, they are those who keep going despite failure. They understand that setbacks are part of the process and that success is built on overcoming obstacles. Another important part of goal setting is tracking your progress. It's easy to forget how far you've come if you don't keep track of your achievements. By regularly reviewing your progress, you get a clear sense of how much you've accomplished and how much further you have to go. Tracking your progress is not only a motivational tool, it also allows you to adjust your actions if necessary. If something isn't working, you can reassess and pivot. Tracking your progress allows you to stay flexible and adapt to changes as they arise. Tracking progress also gives you the opportunity to celebrate small victories along the way. When you achieve a small milestone, take a moment to acknowledge it. These small wins build your confidence and reinforce the belief that you are capable of reaching your larger goals. Celebrating your progress keeps you motivated and reminds you that you are making real strides toward your vision. Another key aspect of setting clear goals is creating an action plan. Without a clear plan, your goals will remain just that, dreams. A plan provides structure and direction, giving you a step-by-step guide on how to achieve your goal. For example, if your goal is to start a business, your action plan might look like this. Research your industry and niche. Write a business plan. Secure funding. Create your product or service. Launch a marketing campaign. Each of these steps is actionable and leads you closer to your goal. A plan ensures that you don't waste time or energy on tasks that don't serve your larger purpose. It's a roadmap that keeps you focused and on track. Goal setting is not just about setting long-term objectives. It's also about creating short-term goals. Short-term goals give you immediate focus and provide the daily motivation you need to stay consistent. They are like the building blocks of larger long-term goals. For example, if your long-term goal is to lose 50 pounds, your short-term goals might be lose 2 pounds this week. Exercise for 30 minutes each day. Drink 8 glasses of water a day. These short-term goals are more manageable and achievable, which keeps you motivated and focused on the task at hand. Short-term goals also allow you to adjust your strategy if necessary. If you're not making the progress you want, you can re-evaluate and tweak your approach. It's also important to be realistic when setting goals. It's easy to set lofty, unrealistic goals that sound inspiring in the moment, but are difficult to achieve. While it's important to challenge yourself, setting goals that are too far out of reach can lead to frustration and burnout. Instead, aim for goals that push you outside your comfort zone, but are still attainable. Realistic goals are motivating because they provide a sense of accomplishment when you achieve them. They also allow you to build momentum, which makes it easier to tackle bigger challenges in the future. Part of setting clear goals is understanding why you want to achieve them in the first place. Your why is the driving force behind your actions. It's the deeper reason that fuels your commitment. Without a clear why, it's easy to give up when things get tough. Knowing why you want to reach your goal gives you the strength to push through obstacles. For example, if your goal is to get in shape, your why might be to improve your health, increase your energy, or feel more confident in your body. This why will help you stay focused and driven when motivation is low. Finally, review your goals regularly. Life is constantly changing, and your goals may need to evolve along with it. Periodically assess your progress and make adjustments if necessary. Reviewing your goals keeps you aligned with your purpose and ensures that you are staying on track toward what really matters to you. It's also an opportunity to celebrate your progress and reset your focus as needed. Goal setting is a dynamic process. It's not just about choosing a target and aiming for it. It's about creating a system of action, tracking progress, and staying disciplined even when obstacles arise. It's about making daily choices that align with your bigger vision and staying committed to the journey, no matter how difficult it may seem. With clear goals and consistent action, there's nothing you can't achieve. When you make goal setting and consistent action part of your daily life, you will see incredible transformation. You will start achieving things you never thought possible, and you will gain a deep sense of fulfillment and satisfaction. The process of setting clear goals and taking consistent action is not just about success, it's about creating the life you truly want, one step at a time. The more you commit to your goals, the more you will learn about yourself and your potential. With each small win, you build the foundation for even bigger victories. Chapter 3. Develop a morning routine that energizes and focuses you. The way you start your morning often determines how you'll experience the rest of your day. The first few hours upon waking are critical, not just for setting the tone of the day, but for how you feel, think, and perform. A morning routine that energizes and focuses you is not just a nice to have, it's a necessity if you want to live a life filled with purpose, clarity, and success. The energy you start your day with will ripple through the rest of your activities, your work, and your interactions. A powerful morning routine can set you up for a productive, positive, and fulfilling day. On the other hand, a rushed, chaotic morning can lead to stress, overwhelm, and frustration. The key to an effective morning routine is intention. It's not just about what you do, but how you do it. Starting your day with intention means choosing to act in ways that support your physical, mental, and emotional well-being. You set the tone for the rest of your day by making deliberate decisions in the early hours, even before the rest of the world has awoken. It's in those quiet moments when you have the opportunity to center yourself, focus your mind, and set your energy on a positive course. When you wake up in the morning, your body is at a state of rest. It's essential to bring yourself into a state of alertness and energy as soon as you rise. This means more than just rolling out of bed and rushing to start the day. You need to engage your mind, body, and spirit in a way that allows you to feel revitalized and ready to face the challenges ahead. A morning routine designed to energize you helps you shake off the remnants of sleep, sets a positive and clear intention for your day, and builds a foundation for success. To begin with, the first thing you should do when you wake up is avoid the temptation to check your phone. It's easy to jump right into the world of emails, texts, and notifications, but this can overwhelm your mind before it even has a chance to fully wake up. Instead, take a moment to breathe deeply and center yourself. The act of simply pausing for a moment before diving into the chaos of the day helps set your mindset. It allows you to reconnect with yourself rather than starting your day by immediately reacting to external demands. Next, hydrating your body is one of the most powerful actions you can take first thing in the morning. After hours of sleep, your body is dehydrated, and starting your day with water will help flush out toxins, energize your system, and kickstart your metabolism. You could also consider adding lemon to your water, as it helps alkalize your body and gives your immune system a gentle boost. Hydrating properly also promotes mental clarity and focus, which are vital for a productive morning. Once you've hydrated, it's time to move. Physical activity, even if it's just for a few minutes, gets your blood flowing and wakes up your body. Movement is crucial for clearing mental fog and giving you the energy to take on the day. You don't need to do an intense workout first thing in the morning, but stretching, yoga, or a short walk can do wonders for your mood and physical energy levels. The goal is to wake up your body and mind in a balanced way. When you move in the morning, you give yourself permission to feel strong, awake, and ready to take on whatever comes your way. After movement, take a moment for mindfulness. This could be in the form of meditation, prayer, or simply a few moments of deep breathing. The morning is a perfect time to connect with your inner self, reflect on your goals, or practice gratitude. A mindfulness practice helps you approach the day with calm and clarity, ensuring that you don't get swept up in the busyness and stress that can sometimes come later. You'll find that the act of starting your day with intention allows you to stay grounded and calm, even when challenges arise. A key element of mindfulness is focusing on gratitude. Gratitude is an incredibly powerful tool for shifting your perspective and setting a positive tone for the day. When you wake up, take a moment to reflect on the things you are grateful for. It might be as simple as the fact that you have a roof over your head, your health, or the opportunity to start another day. Gratitude shifts your mindset from one of lack to one of abundance, making it easier to approach the day with a sense of joy and optimism. It primes your mind to look for the good, even in challenging situations. As part of your morning routine, consider engaging in a practice that sets a specific focus or intention for your day. This could be an affirmation, a journal entry, or a review of your goals. Setting an intention or affirming a positive belief about yourself can help guide your thoughts throughout the day. For example, you might affirm, "Today, I will take confident steps toward my goals," or "I am capable of overcoming any challenges that arise today." These positive affirmations build a foundation of self-belief and resilience that supports you through the day's activities. Another important part of your morning routine is nourishing your body with a healthy breakfast. After fasting overnight, your body needs fuel to function at its best. A nutritious breakfast helps maintain energy levels, supports brain function, and stabilizes blood sugar. Avoid sugary foods that will cause energy crashes later in the day. Opt for a balanced meal that includes protein, healthy fats, and fiber. For example, a smoothie with spinach, protein powder, avocado, and a handful of berries is a great option to start your day right. A wholesome breakfast not only nourishes your body, but also signals to your mind that you are prepared to take on the day. While breakfast nourishes your body, it's important to feed your mind as well. After you've taken care of your physical needs, consider engaging in an activity that stimulates your intellect and creativity. This might involve reading, journaling, or listening to a podcast that inspires you. This is a time to engage with ideas that challenge and excite you. By feeding your mind with new knowledge and inspiration, you set yourself up to think more critically, creatively, and positively throughout the day. It's also essential to organize and prioritize your day in the morning. Take a few minutes to plan your schedule and review your most important tasks. By organizing your day early, you ensure that you focus on what truly matters, rather than getting caught up in distractions. Create a to-do list and rank tasks by importance. Knowing exactly what needs to be done and what can be put off will give you a sense of control and reduce the chances of feeling overwhelmed later on. You're not just reacting to whatever comes your way, you are intentionally choosing how to spend your time and energy. An important part of any successful morning routine is to allow for some quiet time. Even if you are busy, it's vital to carve out a few moments of stillness before diving into the day's demands. Quiet time can be a form of self-care and a way to reconnect with your purpose. Whether it's a few moments of sitting in silence, enjoying your cup of coffee, or simply looking out the window, this time allows you to gather your thoughts, reflect on your intentions, and approach the day with a calm mindset. One thing that can help energize and focus you is eliminating distractions. In the morning, it's easy to get caught up in the demands of the world, checking emails, scrolling through social media, or watching the news. But these distractions steal your energy and attention before you even have a chance to set your own intentions. Instead, create a sacred space for your morning routine, one where distractions are minimized and you can fully focus on yourself. This might mean turning off notifications or setting boundaries with those around you. The goal of a morning routine is not perfection, it's consistency. The more you engage in these energizing and focusing activities each day, the more you will feel the positive impact in your life. Even on the days when you're pressed for time, sticking to your routine, even if it's abbreviated, will help you maintain balance, clarity, and energy. Over time, these habits will become ingrained in your life, and you'll notice that they not only improve your mornings, but also the rest of your day. Your morning routine is the first step in taking control of your life and energy. It's an act of self-care, self-discipline, and self-love. It's a declaration that you are taking charge of your day, your emotions, and your mind. The way you spend the first few moments of your day will carry through the rest of your activities. A morning routine that focuses on energizing your body, calming your mind, and setting your intentions will help you create a day filled with purpose, productivity, and peace. Remember, the morning is a powerful time for shaping the rest of your day. Start it with intention, and you'll find that everything that follows aligns more easily with your goals and aspirations. Even if you only start by incorporating one or two of these practices, you will begin to see the impact on your energy and mindset. The key is to commit to a morning routine that nurtures you mentally, emotionally, and physically. You'll soon find that not only do your mornings become better, but your entire day becomes more productive, focused, and fulfilling. Chapter 4. Prioritize tasks effectively to manage time wisely. Time is the most valuable resource you have. It is the one thing you can never get back, never earn more of, and never replace once it's gone. The way you manage your time determines the quality of your life, the level of your success, and the extent of your achievements. Many people struggle with time management not because they lack time, but because they fail to prioritize their tasks effectively. They find themselves overwhelmed, constantly busy, but never truly productive, reacting to demands, instead of proactively directing their efforts toward meaningful goals. Mastering the art of prioritization is not about doing more, it's about doing what truly matters. The first step to prioritizing effectively is gaining clarity. If you don't have a clear understanding of what is important, you will spend your days working on tasks that have little impact on your long-term success. Clarity means knowing your goals, understanding what moves the needle forward, and eliminating unnecessary distractions that drain your time. When you have clarity, every decision you make about where to focus your attention becomes easier. Without it, you end up being pulled in multiple directions, constantly feeling overwhelmed and never making real progress. Clarity allows you to filter out the noise and focus on what truly matters. One of the most powerful techniques for prioritization is the 80-20 rule, also known as the Pareto principle. This principle states that 80% of your results come from 20% of your actions. Not all tasks are created equal. Some have a much greater impact than others. By identifying the 20% of tasks that generate the most significant results, you can maximize your efficiency and get more done in less time. Instead of treating all tasks as equally important, focus your energy on the actions that create the biggest outcomes. If you fail to prioritize correctly, you will spend most of your time working on low-value tasks that consume your energy without bringing meaningful results. To effectively prioritize, start by listing everything you need to do. Many people keep their tasks floating in their minds, which creates unnecessary stress and mental clutter. Writing down your tasks allows you to see them clearly and evaluate them objectively. Once you have a list, categorize tasks based on urgency and importance. The Eisenhower matrix is a powerful tool that helps you do this. It divides tasks into 4 quadrants: urgent and important, important but not urgent, urgent but not important, and neither urgent nor important. The key is to focus on the tasks that are important but not urgent. These are the tasks that lead to long-term success. Most people spend their time reacting to urgent tasks, constantly putting out fires instead of proactively working on what truly matters. By shifting your focus to important but non-urgent tasks, you take control of your time and prevent last-minute crises. Once you've identified your highest priority tasks, the next step is to schedule them. What gets scheduled gets done. Instead of working off a never-ending to-do list, block out dedicated time for your most important tasks. Treat these time blocks as non-negotiable appointments. This ensures that you are making consistent progress on meaningful work rather than getting caught up in minor distractions. A common mistake people make is allowing their schedules to be dictated by others, answering emails, responding to messages, and constantly reacting to external demands. Instead of letting others control your time, take ownership of your schedule by setting clear boundaries. Eliminating distractions is a crucial part of effective prioritization. Every time you switch between tasks, you lose focus and productivity. Multitasking is a myth. It does not make you more efficient, it makes you less effective. Your brain is not designed to handle multiple complex tasks simultaneously. When you constantly switch from one task to another, your attention becomes scattered and you make more mistakes. To truly prioritize, you need to focus deeply on one task at a time. Turn off notifications, set specific time blocks for checking emails, and create an environment that supports deep work. The more you can minimize distractions, the more you can maximize the quality of your work. Another critical aspect of prioritization is learning to say no. Every time you say yes to something unimportant, you are saying no to something that truly matters. Many people struggle with time management because they take on too many commitments that do not align with their goals. They feel obligated to say yes to every request, fearing they might disappoint others. But the truth is, every unnecessary commitment steals time from the tasks that are most important to you. You must become comfortable with saying no to anything that does not serve your priorities. This does not mean being rude or dismissive. It means valuing your time enough to protect it from distractions that do not contribute to your success. Effective prioritization also requires knowing the difference between being busy and being productive. Just because you are constantly working does not mean you are making progress. Many people fill their days with low-value tasks, mistaking activity for accomplishment. They respond to emails, attend unnecessary meetings, and complete trivial tasks while neglecting the work that actually drives results. Productivity is about doing the right things, not just doing things. Before starting any task, ask yourself, is this the best use of my time right now? If the answer is no, shift your focus to something more valuable. One of the best ways to stay on track with prioritization is to plan your day in advance. Start each day with a clear understanding of what you need to accomplish. The most successful people do not wake up and randomly decide what to work on. They have a plan. Take a few minutes at the end of each day to outline your top priorities for the following day. This simple habit eliminates wasted time and ensures that you start each morning with a clear direction. When you begin the day knowing exactly what needs to be done, you eliminate indecision and maximize your productivity. Another key strategy for prioritization is batching similar tasks together. Switching between different types of tasks drains mental energy and reduces efficiency. Instead of jumping between unrelated activities, group similar tasks and complete them in dedicated time blocks. For example, instead of answering emails throughout the day, set specific time slots for checking and responding to messages. This allows you to maintain focus on high-value tasks without constant interruptions. The more you can structure your time to minimize task switching, the more productive you will become. Delegation is another powerful tool for managing time effectively. Many people hold on to tasks that others could easily handle, believing that they must do everything themselves. But trying to do everything alone leads to burnout and inefficiency. If a task can be done by someone else, delegate it. This frees up your time to focus on higher priority work. Whether it's outsourcing repetitive tasks, automating certain processes, or assigning responsibilities to team members, effective delegation allows you to spend your time where it matters most. Another crucial aspect of prioritization is recognizing when to let go of unproductive habits. Many people waste valuable time on activities that do not contribute to their success, mindlessly scrolling through social media, engaging in unnecessary meetings, or procrastinating on important work. Identifying and eliminating these time-wasting habits is essential for maximizing productivity. Conduct an audit of how you spend your time throughout the day. Are there activities that do not serve your goals? If so, eliminate them. The more disciplined you become about protecting your time, the more progress you will make. One of the most overlooked aspects of effective prioritization is energy management. It's not just about how much time you have, it's about how much energy you bring to each task. If you are constantly exhausted, even the best time management strategies will not work. Prioritizing rest, exercise, and proper nutrition ensures that you have the energy needed to perform at your best. High achievers do not just manage their time, they manage their energy. By taking care of your physical and mental well-being, you enhance your ability to focus, make decisions, and complete tasks efficiently. Ultimately, prioritization is a skill that requires practice and discipline. The more intentional you become about where you direct your time and energy, the more control you will have over your life. You do not have to be busy all the time to be successful, you just need to focus on the right things. When you master prioritization, you free yourself from stress, overwhelm, and burnout. You gain the ability to work smarter, not harder, and most importantly, you create the time and space to pursue what truly matters. Your success is not determined by how much you do, it is determined by how effectively you prioritize. Make the decision today to take control of your time, focus on what matters most, and eliminate anything that does not serve your highest goals. Chapter 5. Engage in daily physical activity to enhance mental clarity. Physical activity is not just about staying in shape. It is a fundamental pillar of mental clarity, focus, and overall well-being. Every day, the mind and body work in unison, and the way you treat your physical health directly impacts your cognitive function, emotional stability, and ability to perform at your best. When you make daily movement a priority, you sharpen your thinking, increase your energy, and elevate your ability to handle stress and challenges with resilience. A sedentary lifestyle dulls the mind, lowers motivation, and leads to a sluggish, uninspired state. On the other hand, consistent physical activity fuels the brain, improves mood, and enhances productivity, allowing you to operate at peak performance. The mind thrives when the body is active. Exercise increases blood flow to the brain, delivering oxygen and essential nutrients that enhance memory, focus, and decision-making. When you engage in movement, whether it's a morning walk, stretching, lifting weights, or high-intensity training, you activate neural pathways that stimulate creativity and problem-solving abilities. This is why some of the greatest thinkers, entrepreneurs, and leaders incorporate physical activity into their daily routines. It is not just a way to stay fit, but a method to cultivate a sharp and disciplined mind. Movement resets the nervous system, clears mental fog, and allows you to regain control over your thoughts, replacing stress and overwhelm with clarity and purpose. One of the most powerful benefits of daily physical activity is its ability to reduce stress. Modern life is filled with pressures, deadlines, and endless distractions that take a toll on mental well-being. When stress builds up, it clouds judgment, weakens focus, and drains motivation. Exercise acts as a natural reset button, releasing built-up tension and replacing it with a sense of calm and clarity. It triggers the release of endorphins, chemicals in the brain that elevate mood and reduce anxiety. Instead of relying on external distractions to cope with stress, moving your body provides an internal solution, allowing you to channel nervous energy into something productive and empowering. Physical activity also strengthens mental resilience. Life is filled with obstacles, setbacks, and moments of doubt. Engaging in exercise teaches discipline, commitment, and the ability to push through discomfort. When you train your body, you train your mind to embrace challenges rather than avoid them. You develop the ability to persist through fatigue, work through resistance, and build endurance, not just physically, but mentally and emotionally. This resilience carries over into every aspect of life, making it easier to stay focused, tackle difficult tasks, and remain disciplined even when motivation fades. The ability to push through a tough workout mirrors the ability to push through difficult moments in life. One of the greatest struggles people face is a lack of energy. Many believe they are too tired to exercise, but the truth is, inactivity is what drains energy. The less you move, the more sluggish you become. The human body was not designed to sit for long hours, staring at screens, disconnected from movement. When you engage in physical activity, you ignite energy levels, stimulate circulation, and wake up your entire system. Even a short walk can rejuvenate the mind, break the cycle of mental fatigue, and restore focus. The more consistent you are with daily movement, the more naturally energetic you become, eliminating the need for excessive caffeine, stimulants, or artificial boosts. Another key advantage of regular physical activity is the way it enhances cognitive function. The brain is like a muscle, it needs stimulation and movement to stay strong. Studies have shown that exercise increases the production of brain-derived neurotrophic factor, BDNF, a protein that supports learning, memory, and overall brain health. Engaging in movement strengthens neural connections, improves mental processing speed, and enhances the ability to absorb new information. This is why incorporating even small amounts of physical activity throughout the day can significantly boost focus, creativity, and mental agility. Exercise is also one of the most powerful tools for improving sleep quality. In today's fast-paced world, many struggle with restlessness, insomnia, and an inability to fully relax at night. Poor sleep weakens cognitive performance, lowers emotional resilience, and diminishes productivity. Physical activity regulates the body's internal clock, promoting deeper, more restorative sleep. When you move your body during the day, you release pent-up energy, balance stress hormones, and set the foundation for a restful night. Quality sleep is a critical component of mental clarity, and regular exercise ensures that your mind and body are primed for deep recovery, leading to greater focus and sharper thinking during waking hours. Incorporating movement into daily life does not require extreme workouts or rigid routines. The key is consistency. Whether it's stretching in the morning, a walk outside, yoga, strength training, or a simple mobility routine, the goal is to engage in movement that challenges and stimulates the body. The type of activity matters less than the commitment to staying active every single day. Even small actions add up over time, creating lasting benefits for both physical and mental health. The more you integrate movement into your lifestyle, the more natural and effortless it becomes, transforming into a habit that fuels your daily success. Beyond the physical and cognitive benefits, regular exercise instills discipline. Making the decision to move every day, even when you don't feel like it, builds mental toughness. It teaches you to follow through on commitments, push beyond excuses, and develop the mindset of someone who takes action regardless of circumstances. This discipline extends into other areas of life, helping you approach challenges with a strong, determined mindset. When you develop the habit of engaging in physical activity, you reinforce the identity of someone who takes charge of their life, rather than waiting for external motivation. Physical activity is also an essential tool for emotional regulation. Life is filled with moments that trigger frustration, doubt, or uncertainty. Exercise provides an outlet to process emotions constructively rather than suppressing them. Movement allows you to shift energy, clear negative thoughts, and regain control over your state of mind. Instead of letting emotions dictate your actions, engaging in physical activity gives you the ability to channel that energy productively, resetting your mental state and strengthening emotional resilience. One of the biggest misconceptions about exercise is that it requires motivation. The truth is, motivation is unreliable. Some days you won't feel like moving. Some mornings, the thought of exercising will feel like a burden. But discipline is stronger than motivation. When you make physical activity a non-negotiable part of your daily routine, it becomes a natural habit rather than a task that requires constant willpower. You don't wait until you feel like it. You do it because it is a part of your identity. You move your body because it sharpens your mind, fuels your energy, and keeps you at your best. Another critical factor in making daily physical activity sustainable is finding movement that you enjoy. Exercise does not have to be a struggle. It should be an experience that brings a sense of accomplishment and vitality. Whether it's lifting weights, running, dancing, hiking, swimming, or any other form of movement, the goal is to engage in something that keeps you excited to stay active. When you associate exercise with enjoyment rather than obligation, it becomes a lifelong habit rather than a temporary effort. One of the greatest advantages of prioritizing daily movement is the way it strengthens self-confidence. When you push your body, improve your strength, and witness progress, you build a deep sense of self-belief. You prove to yourself that you are capable of growth, that you can overcome challenges, and that you have the power to shape your own success. The confidence gained through physical activity extends far beyond fitness. It translates into the way you approach goals, challenges, and every aspect of life. Ultimately, engaging in daily physical activity is not just about fitness, it is about taking full control of your mental clarity, energy, and overall success. When you move your body, you sharpen your mind. When you challenge yourself physically, you strengthen yourself mentally. When you commit to daily activity, you reinforce the discipline, resilience, and focus required to achieve greatness. The body and mind are connected, and the way you treat one directly impacts the other. Make the decision to prioritize movement, take care of your physical health, and experience the incredible transformation that comes with daily activity. The more you move, the clearer you think, the stronger you become, and the greater your ability to take on life with purpose and power. Chapter 6. Practice mindfulness to stay present and reduce stress. Mindfulness is the key to breaking free from the mental chaos that consumes so many people's lives. Every day, distractions pull the mind in multiple directions, creating a constant state of restlessness and overwhelm. The world demands attention from all angles. Notifications, obligations, conversations, and responsibilities, leaving little room for stillness. Without awareness, the mind becomes trapped in autopilot, reacting impulsively, worrying about the future, or dwelling on the past. This cycle drains energy, diminishes clarity, and creates unnecessary stress. But when you develop the ability to remain present, everything changes. You gain control over your thoughts instead of being controlled by them. You experience life with greater depth, focus, and calm. Stress no longer dictates your emotions, and distractions lose their power over you. Mindfulness is not about forcing thoughts away or trying to suppress emotions. It is about fully experiencing the present moment without judgment. It is the ability to observe thoughts, feelings, and surroundings without being consumed by them. Most people live in a state of mental noise, unable to separate themselves from their thoughts. They identify so deeply with every worry, doubt, or fear that arises that they forget they have the power to step back and observe. But the moment you begin practicing mindfulness, you realize you are not your thoughts, you are the one witnessing them. This awareness shifts everything. Instead of getting caught up in mental chatter, you create space between yourself and your thoughts, allowing you to respond to life with clarity rather than reacting impulsively. One of the greatest benefits of mindfulness is its ability to reduce stress. Stress is not just caused by external circumstances, it is a byproduct of how the mind processes those circumstances. The same situation can feel overwhelming or manageable depending on the level of awareness you bring to it. When you are lost in thoughts about the future or replaying past events, stress compounds, the mind spins in endless loops, creating tension that affects both mental and physical health. But when you shift your focus to the present moment, stress loses its grip. You see things as they are, rather than how your mind exaggerates them to be. You recognize that worry does not solve problems, action does. You learn to approach life's challenges with a calm, collected mindset, rather than being consumed by fear or anxiety. Mindfulness enhances clarity and focus. In a world filled with distractions, attention has become one of the most valuable assets. The ability to direct your mental energy toward what truly matters is a skill that separates those who succeed from those who remain stuck in mediocrity. When the mind is scattered, productivity suffers, tasks take longer, creativity is stifled, and decision-making becomes clouded by doubt. But when you train yourself to be fully present, you unlock a level of focus that makes you unstoppable. Whether you are working, conversing, or simply engaging in daily life, mindfulness allows you to give your full attention to the moment. You become more effective in everything you do because your mind is not divided between multiple competing thoughts. One of the most powerful aspects of mindfulness is its ability to transform negative emotions. Instead of being consumed by anger, frustration, or sadness, mindfulness teaches you to observe emotions without becoming attached to them. When a negative feeling arises, most people either suppress it or react impulsively. Neither approach is effective. Suppressing emotions leads to built-up tension that manifests later, while reacting impulsively often leads to regret. Mindfulness provides a third option, the ability to witness emotions without judgment. When you feel anger, instead of immediately acting on it, you pause. You acknowledge its presence without letting it control your actions. This simple practice creates a gap between stimulus and response, allowing you to choose how you want to react, rather than being driven by emotion. Over time, this practice strengthens emotional intelligence and inner stability. Mindfulness also deepens the quality of your relationships. In conversations, most people are only half present. They are either thinking about what to say next, distracted by their own thoughts, or looking at their phone while someone is speaking. This lack of attention weakens connections and creates misunderstandings. When you practice mindfulness in communication, you listen with full presence. You hear not just words, but the emotions behind them. You engage with people more deeply because your mind is not elsewhere. This shift strengthens relationships, builds trust, and creates more meaningful interactions. People feel valued when they are truly heard, and mindfulness allows you to give others the gift of your undivided attention. Practicing mindfulness also improves overall well-being by increasing self-awareness. Most people move through life on autopilot, repeating patterns without questioning them. They react to situations based on past conditioning rather than conscious choice. Mindfulness disrupts this cycle by bringing awareness to habitual behaviors. It allows you to recognize self-sabotaging patterns and make intentional changes. When you are fully present, you gain insight into your own thoughts, emotions, and actions. You start noticing which habits serve you and which ones hold you back. This awareness creates the foundation for personal growth, allowing you to break free from limiting beliefs and cultivate a mindset that aligns with your goals. The practice of mindfulness extends beyond meditation. While meditation is a powerful tool for developing awareness, mindfulness is something that can be integrated into every moment of daily life. Walking can be a mindfulness practice when you focus on each step instead of rushing through the day. Eating can be a mindfulness practice when you fully experience the flavors and textures of food instead of mindlessly consuming it. Even something as simple as breathing can become a mindfulness practice when you bring attention to each inhale and exhale. The goal is not to escape thoughts, but to bring awareness to whatever you are doing in the present moment. One of the greatest misconceptions about mindfulness is that it requires a quiet environment or perfect conditions. In reality, mindfulness is most powerful when practiced in the midst of chaos. The true test of presence is not whether you can be calm in a peaceful setting, it is whether you can maintain awareness when life is unpredictable, when stress levels rise, when distractions are everywhere, and when challenges arise. Mindfulness becomes a tool for staying grounded. Instead of being pulled in multiple directions, you remain centered, responding with intention rather than reacting impulsively. Mindfulness strengthens resilience by training the mind to embrace uncertainty rather than fear it. Life is unpredictable, and trying to control every outcome creates unnecessary anxiety. When you develop mindfulness, you learn to accept uncertainty with a sense of calm. You stop resisting the present moment and start embracing it. Instead of worrying about what might happen, you focus on what you can control, the way you respond. This shift in perspective reduces fear and increases confidence in handling whatever comes your way. Another significant benefit of mindfulness is its ability to enhance creativity. When the mind is cluttered, creativity is blocked. Overthinking, stress, and mental noise prevent new ideas from flowing. But when you create space through mindfulness, creativity emerges naturally. Some of the most innovative ideas come when the mind is fully present, unburdened by distractions. Whether you are an artist, entrepreneur, writer, or problem solver, mindfulness opens the door to fresh perspectives and deeper insights. Mindfulness also has a profound impact on physical health. Stress is one of the leading causes of illness, and mindfulness directly reduces its effects. It lowers blood pressure, strengthens the immune system, and improves sleep quality. The mind and body are deeply connected, and when mental stress is reduced, the body functions more optimally. People who practice mindfulness experience fewer health issues because they are not constantly operating in a state of mental tension. Perhaps the most transformative aspect of mindfulness is the sense of inner peace it cultivates. When you are fully present, you stop chasing external validation or worrying about what others think. You become deeply connected to yourself, experiencing life with a sense of fulfillment that is not dependent on outside circumstances. The mind no longer seeks distractions to escape discomfort because it has learned to find peace in the present moment. This inner stability creates a profound sense of freedom, freedom from unnecessary stress, freedom from overthinking, and freedom from the mental patterns that keep so many people stuck. Mindfulness is not a temporary practice, it is a way of living. It is a commitment to experiencing life with full awareness, embracing each moment with presence, and responding to challenges with clarity. When you cultivate mindfulness, you take control of your mind instead of being controlled by it. You develop the ability to navigate life with calmness, focus, and resilience. Stress loses its grip, distractions lose their power, and you gain the freedom to live with purpose and intention. The more present you become, the more you realize that everything you seek, clarity, peace, fulfillment, is already within you. Chapter 7. Cultivate gratitude by acknowledging daily blessings. It has the ability to shift perspectives, elevate moods, and reshape the way the mind processes daily experiences. In a world where people are constantly chasing more success, more possessions, more validation, gratitude offers a different path. It redirects focus from what is missing to what is already present. It turns ordinary moments into extraordinary blessings and makes life feel abundant even when circumstances remain unchanged. The simple act of acknowledging what is good creates a profound shift in emotional well-being, leading to greater fulfillment, inner peace, and resilience in the face of adversity. Gratitude is not about ignoring challenges or pretending that hardships do not exist. It is about recognizing that even within struggles, there is something to appreciate. It is about training the mind to find value in each experience, no matter how small or seemingly insignificant. The ability to cultivate gratitude is not something that happens automatically. The human brain is wired for survival, which means it naturally focuses on threats, dangers, and problems. This negativity bias served an evolutionary purpose, ensuring that early humans remained alert to risks. But in modern life, this tendency can create unnecessary stress and dissatisfaction. The mind constantly searches for what is lacking, what needs fixing, and what could go wrong. Without conscious effort, this habit becomes deeply ingrained, leading to a life spent in frustration rather than appreciation. Gratitude is the antidote to this mental pattern. By intentionally shifting focus toward what is already good, the brain begins to rewire itself, creating a new default mode, one that seeks the positive rather than dwelling on the negative. Gratitude is most powerful when practiced daily. A single moment of appreciation can elevate mood, but sustained gratitude has a cumulative effect, gradually reshaping thought patterns. When gratitude becomes a daily habit, life itself begins to feel different. Colors appear brighter, conversations feel richer, and even the simplest experiences, like feeling the warmth of the sun or hearing a favorite song, become sources of deep enjoyment. Instead of taking things for granted, every moment becomes an opportunity to recognize and appreciate what is already present. This is how gratitude transforms not only emotions, but also overall quality of life. One of the most effective ways to cultivate gratitude is through conscious reflection. Taking a few moments each day to acknowledge blessings creates a mental shift that lasts long beyond the moment itself. Some people find it helpful to write down 3 things they are grateful for each morning, while others prefer to reflect before going to sleep. The key is to make it a consistent practice. It does not have to be grand or profound. Gratitude can be found in simple things. A smile from a stranger, the taste of a favorite meal, the comfort of a warm bed. These small moments, when acknowledged, accumulate into a deep sense of appreciation for life itself. Gratitude also has the power to strengthen relationships. People often focus on what others do wrong, what they lack, or how they fall short. This leads to dissatisfaction in relationships, creating tension and resentment. But when gratitude becomes a focal point, the entire dynamic shifts. Instead of noticing flaws, attention is placed on what is good. A friend's kindness, a partner's support, a family member's presence. These qualities, when acknowledged, strengthen bonds and create deeper connections. Expressing appreciation to others magnifies this effect. A simple thank you or a heartfelt acknowledgement of someone's impact can strengthen relationships in ways that few other actions can. Practicing gratitude also builds resilience. Life is unpredictable and challenges are inevitable. Difficult times test emotional strength, and without the right mindset, hardships can feel overwhelming. But gratitude serves as a stabilizing force, providing a perspective that makes adversity more manageable. When gratitude is deeply ingrained, even in moments of struggle, there is something to hold on to. It becomes possible to find meaning in challenges, to see setbacks as opportunities for growth, and to recognize that no situation is entirely devoid of good. This mindset does not eliminate pain, but it provides the strength to move through it with grace. Gratitude also has a profound impact on mental and physical health. Studies have shown that people who regularly practice gratitude experience lower levels of stress, anxiety, and depression. The mind and body are deeply interconnected, and when mental stress decreases, the body responds positively. Gratitude has been linked to improved sleep, stronger immune function, and even reduced inflammation. When appreciation becomes a daily habit, it creates a state of well-being that extends beyond emotions, influencing overall health in tangible ways. Another powerful effect of gratitude is its ability to shift the way goals and achievements are perceived. Many people live in a constant state of, "I'll be happy when" thinking. They believe that once they achieve a certain milestone, obtain a specific possession, or reach a particular level of success, they will finally feel satisfied. But this mindset creates an endless cycle of dissatisfaction. The moment one goal is reached, the mind moves on to the next, always chasing more but never feeling fulfilled. Gratitude disrupts this cycle. It teaches that happiness is not something to be found in the future, it is something that exists in the present. Goals and ambitions remain important, but they are pursued from a place of appreciation rather than lack. Success becomes a journey to be enjoyed, rather than a destination that must be reached before happiness can be experienced. Gratitude also enhances creativity and problem solving. When the mind is stuck in negativity, it narrows its focus, limiting perspective and reducing the ability to think outside the box. But when gratitude is practiced, the mind opens up. It becomes more flexible, more optimistic, and more capable of seeing opportunities where others see obstacles. This shift in mindset makes it easier to approach challenges with a sense of possibility rather than defeat. Instead of dwelling on what is wrong, gratitude allows solutions to emerge by focusing on what is working. The practice of gratitude extends beyond words. It is also expressed through actions. When appreciation is deeply felt, it naturally translates into behaviors that reflect that mindset. People who cultivate gratitude are more generous, more compassionate, and more willing to help others. They recognize the value of what they have and feel inspired to share it. This creates a cycle of positivity. Acts of kindness generate gratitude in others, which then inspires further kindness. Gratitude, when practiced consistently, has a ripple effect that extends far beyond the individual. Another powerful aspect of gratitude is its ability to shift perspective on the past. Many people carry regrets, holding on to mistakes or missed opportunities with a sense of disappointment. But gratitude reframes the past, allowing lessons to be seen rather than just losses. Every experience, even painful ones, contains something valuable. A failure may have led to a deeper understanding. A setback may have revealed a hidden strength. A difficult situation may have built resilience. When the past is viewed through the lens of gratitude, it no longer feels like something to escape from. It becomes a source of wisdom and growth. Gratitude also reshapes the way the future is approached. Worrying about what is to come creates anxiety, but gratitude shifts focus to what is already good, creating a sense of trust in what lies ahead. Instead of fearing uncertainty, gratitude cultivates confidence. It reinforces the belief that even if challenges arise, there will always be something to appreciate, something to learn, and something to be grateful for. Perhaps the greatest lesson gratitude teaches is that fulfillment is not found in external circumstances, but in perspective. Two people can have the same experience, one feeling dissatisfied and the other feeling deeply grateful. The difference is not in what they have, but in how they see it. Gratitude is not about waiting for life to be perfect before feeling happy. It is about recognizing that happiness is available now, in this moment, exactly as it is. The more gratitude is practiced, the more it becomes clear that life is not something to be endured, but something to be deeply appreciated. Each day, each moment, holds something to be grateful for, and the more attention is given to those blessings, the more life itself transforms. Chapter 8. Learn continuously by dedicating time to read and study. Learning is the foundation of growth, transformation, and mastery. Those who dedicate themselves to continuous learning open doors that remain closed to others. They evolve, adapt, and elevate themselves above stagnation. In a world that never stops changing, the only way to stay ahead is by cultivating an unshakable commitment to acquiring new knowledge. The greatest minds of history, those who shaped industries, altered the course of civilizations, and left an enduring legacy, all had one thing in common: they never stopped learning. They understood that knowledge is not something to be acquired once and forgotten. It is an endless pursuit, a journey that refines thinking, sharpens decision-making, and expands potential. Those who commit to learning continuously unlock a power that few possess, the ability to shape their own destiny, rather than being controlled by circumstances. The mind is a tool, and like any tool, it must be sharpened regularly. When neglected, it becomes dull, incapable of cutting through complex challenges or creating innovative solutions. Continuous learning is the sharpening process. It stretches mental capacity, enhances cognitive function, and builds a foundation of wisdom that strengthens over time. The act of reading, studying, and seeking knowledge expands perspectives, allowing individuals to see beyond their immediate environment and understand the world in a deeper, more profound way. Every book read, every concept studied, and every skill acquired adds another layer to personal development, making it easier to navigate both opportunities and obstacles. The mistake many people make is believing that learning ends with formal education. Schools and universities provide a structured foundation, but true learning begins when an individual takes ownership of their intellectual growth. The most successful individuals are not necessarily those with the highest degrees, but those who never stop educating themselves. They read books that challenge their thinking, study fields outside their expertise, and seek mentors who can accelerate their progress. They understand that every problem they face has a solution, and that solution often exists within the knowledge they have yet to acquire. When learning becomes a lifelong commitment, limitations begin to dissolve, and new possibilities emerge. Reading is one of the most powerful ways to accelerate learning. The written word provides access to the minds of the greatest thinkers, visionaries, and problem solvers who have ever lived. Within books there exists a wealth of knowledge, ideas that have stood the test of time, strategies that have propelled individuals to greatness, and insights that can transform perspectives. Those who dedicate time to reading immerse themselves in a mental training ground that sharpens their thinking and equips them with tools for success. They absorb the lessons of those who have achieved what they aspire to accomplish, allowing them to bypass common mistakes and accelerate their own progress. The habit of reading is one of the most valuable assets a person can develop. A single book has the power to shift an entire mindset, to spark a new idea that changes the course of a career, or to reveal a strategy that leads to success. But the benefits of reading extend far beyond knowledge acquisition. Reading improves focus, strengthens attention span, and enhances cognitive flexibility. It teaches the mind to process complex information, analyze different viewpoints, and extract valuable lessons. Those who read consistently develop a mental edge that sets them apart in both personal and professional endeavors. But reading alone is not enough. Information without application is wasted potential. Learning must be paired with action. Every insight gained from reading and studying should be translated into real-world implementation. Knowledge is a tool, but it only becomes powerful when used. Many people consume vast amounts of information, but fail to apply what they learn, rendering their efforts meaningless. The true value of learning comes from using it to solve problems, make better decisions, and create meaningful progress. Those who actively apply what they learn reinforce their knowledge, turning it into practical wisdom that strengthens over time. Another essential aspect of continuous learning is seeking diverse perspectives. The danger of intellectual stagnation lies in becoming trapped within a single way of thinking. Growth occurs when the mind is exposed to new ideas, different viewpoints, and alternative solutions. Reading widely, across different disciplines, cultures, and schools of thought, expands understanding and cultivates mental agility. The most creative and innovative individuals draw knowledge from multiple sources, connecting ideas in ways that others overlook. They understand that true intelligence is not about memorizing facts, but about synthesizing information to generate new insights. Self-education is a responsibility that cannot be outsourced. No one else can do the learning on behalf of another. Those who wait for external instruction to guide them will always be at the mercy of circumstance. Taking control of one's learning process means actively seeking out information, identifying gaps in knowledge, and dedicating time to intellectual growth. This requires discipline, the willingness to set aside distractions and commit to deep study. The greatest breakthroughs often come not from fleeting inspiration, but from deliberate and sustained effort. Those who discipline themselves to learn continuously position themselves for success in ways that others do not. In the digital age, the accessibility of knowledge is greater than ever before. Information that once required years of study or access to elite institutions is now available at the touch of a button. Online courses, audiobooks, research papers, and expert interviews provide limitless opportunities for self-improvement. But with this abundance comes a challenge: filtering valuable knowledge from distractions. Not all information is useful, and consuming low-quality content can be as detrimental as not learning at all. The key is to be intentional about what is studied, ensuring that time is invested in material that contributes to growth rather than mere entertainment. One of the most powerful habits to cultivate is dedicating a specific time each day to learning. Whether it is reading for an hour in the morning, listening to educational content during a commute, or setting aside time for deep study, consistency is what separates those who grow from those who remain stagnant. Small, daily efforts accumulate over time, creating exponential progress. The mind, like a muscle, strengthens with regular use. The more it is challenged, the sharper it becomes. Over weeks, months, and years, this commitment compounds, leading to a level of expertise and insight that is invaluable. Mentorship and learning from others accelerate the process of growth. While reading and studying are essential, direct interaction with those who have achieved mastery in a field provides an additional level of insight. Learning from those who have walked the path before reduces the learning curve, providing guidance that would otherwise take years to acquire through trial and error. Seeking mentors, engaging in meaningful discussions, and surrounding oneself with intelligent individuals elevates thinking and accelerates progress. One of the defining characteristics of those who achieve greatness is their relentless curiosity. They do not settle for what they already know. They ask questions, challenge assumptions, and seek deeper understanding. This mindset of curiosity keeps them ahead of the curve, always evolving and adapting. They recognize that in a world where knowledge is constantly expanding, those who stop learning become obsolete. Their hunger for wisdom keeps them sharp, ensuring that they never fall into complacency. The pursuit of knowledge is not just about professional advancement, it enriches every aspect of life. It enhances communication skills, improves problem-solving abilities, and deepens understanding of the world. It strengthens relationships by fostering meaningful conversations, broadens perspectives by exposing individuals to different cultures and ideas, and increases confidence by equipping individuals with the tools to navigate life's challenges. Those who dedicate themselves to learning continuously do not just improve their minds, they enhance their entire existence. The difference between those who excel and those who struggle is often a matter of knowledge. The ability to think critically, solve problems efficiently, and adapt to new circumstances determines success in any field. Those who embrace learning as a lifelong commitment position themselves for continuous growth and limitless potential. The process never ends. There is always more to discover, more to understand, and more to apply. Every day presents an opportunity to become wiser, sharper, and more capable. The only question is whether that opportunity will be seized or ignored. The path to mastery is clear. Dedicate time to learning, apply knowledge consistently, and never stop growing. Chapter 9. Reflect on daily experiences to foster personal growth. Every day presents a series of lessons, but only those who take the time to analyze their experiences can extract wisdom from them. Life moves fast, and without deliberate moments of introspection, it's easy to repeat the same mistakes, overlook opportunities, and fail to recognize patterns that shape success or failure. Growth is not just about accumulating experiences, it's about learning from them. Those who pause to reflect gain a deeper understanding of their actions, thoughts, and decisions. They develop the ability to course correct, refine their strategies, and move forward with greater clarity. Without reflection, people remain trapped in cycles of unawareness, making the same choices and wondering why their circumstances never change. The habit of looking back on each day, extracting its lessons, and applying them to the future is what separates those who evolve from those who remain stagnant. Most people live reactively, moving from one task to another without considering the impact of their actions. They go through the motions, responding to situations as they arise, without pausing to evaluate their responses. This lack of self-awareness leads to frustration, as the same obstacles continue to appear. But those who make reflection a priority take control of their growth. They do not wait for change to happen. They actively shape it. They ask themselves difficult questions. What did I do well today? Where did I fall short? What could I have done differently? These questions reveal hidden insights, providing the raw material for improvement. When a person takes the time to examine their day with honesty and objectivity, they begin to see patterns that were previously invisible. They recognize the habits that are serving them and the ones that are holding them back. Reflection is not about dwelling on the past, it's about learning from it. Many people fear looking back because they associate it with regret. But regret comes from ignoring lessons, not from examining them. When experiences are analyzed with a mindset of growth, even failures become valuable. Every mistake carries information. Every setback holds a lesson. Those who take the time to reflect develop the ability to turn obstacles into stepping stones. They begin to see life as a continuous process of refinement, rather than a series of rigid successes or failures. The ability to extract wisdom from daily experiences builds resilience, adaptability, and confidence. It turns challenges into opportunities and ensures that progress is never stagnant. One of the most effective ways to engage in daily reflection is through journaling. Writing down thoughts, experiences, and insights provides clarity. It forces the mind to slow down, articulate emotions, and process events with greater depth. A journal serves as a mirror, reflecting patterns of thought and behavior that might otherwise go unnoticed. Over time, this practice reveals a blueprint of personal growth, showing how challenges have been overcome and how perspectives have evolved. It is a powerful tool for self-awareness, helping individuals track their development and refine their approach to life. However, reflection does not have to be limited to writing. Some people find clarity through quiet contemplation, meditation, or discussions with a mentor. The key is to create a structured time each day to review actions and thoughts with intention. Whether done in the morning as preparation for the day ahead, or in the evening as a way to process the events of the day, the habit of self-examination strengthens awareness and sharpens decision-making. The simple act of taking a few minutes to reflect can transform the way a person engages with the world. One of the greatest benefits of reflection is the ability to recognize emotional triggers. Many people react impulsively to situations without understanding why. They allow frustration, fear, or insecurity to dictate their responses, leading to unnecessary conflict or self-sabotage. But those who make reflection a daily habit begin to see the root causes of their emotions. They notice what situations provoke stress, what environments drain their energy, and what interactions bring out their best or worst selves. This awareness provides the power to respond rather than react. Instead of being controlled by emotions, they develop the ability to manage them. They learn to pause before speaking, to choose their battles wisely, and to approach challenges with a level-headed mindset. Reflection also enhances decision-making. Every choice carries consequences, and those who take the time to review their past decisions develop better judgment. They analyze what worked, what didn't, and why. They become more strategic in their thinking, making adjustments that lead to more effective outcomes. Instead of repeating mistakes, they refine their approach with each new experience. This level of intentionality creates a compounding effect over time. Small improvements made daily lead to massive growth over months and years. Another crucial aspect of reflection is self-accountability. Many people blame external factors for their circumstances, failing to recognize their role in shaping their reality. But those who practice daily self-examination take ownership of their lives. They do not make excuses. They do not shift responsibility onto others. They ask themselves hard questions and face the truth head-on. This level of honesty is rare, but it is the foundation of personal power. When a person stops blaming external circumstances and starts looking inward for solutions, they unlock the ability to change anything in their life. They become problem solvers rather than complainers. They shift from victim mentality to ownership. The discipline of reflection also fosters gratitude. When reviewing daily experiences, people often realize how much they have to be thankful for. They notice small victories, moments of kindness, and progress that might have otherwise gone unnoticed. This shift in perspective creates a sense of appreciation for life's journey. Even on difficult days, there are always lessons to be learned and reasons to be grateful. This mindset of appreciation fuels motivation, strengthens resilience, and enhances overall well-being. Reflection is a practice that compounds over time. The more consistently it is done, the deeper the insights become. What starts as a simple review of daily actions evolves into a powerful tool for self-mastery. Over weeks and months, patterns emerge, weaknesses are addressed, strengths are reinforced, and growth accelerates. It becomes a habit that fuels continuous self-improvement, ensuring that every day contributes to long-term success. There is no limit to the benefits of daily reflection. It sharpens self-awareness, improves emotional intelligence, enhances decision-making, and fosters personal accountability. It transforms mistakes into lessons, challenges into opportunities, and setbacks into stepping stones. Those who make it a daily habit gain a level of clarity that others lack. They move through life with intention, learning from each experience and using that knowledge to refine their path. They become architects of their own growth, actively shaping their future rather than being passively shaped by external forces. The difference between those who succeed and those who remain stuck is often a matter of awareness. Those who take time to reflect understand their patterns, adjust their strategies, and evolve. They do not drift through life blindly. They navigate it with purpose. Every day is an opportunity to learn, to grow, and to improve. The question is whether that opportunity will be seized or ignored. True transformation begins with self-examination. The commitment to reflect daily is the commitment to continuous progress. Chapter 10. Connect meaningfully with others to build supportive relationships. Human connection is one of the most powerful forces in life. Every person is shaped by the relationships they build, the conversations they engage in, and the support they receive from others. A strong, meaningful connection provides more than just companionship. It offers encouragement, stability, and growth. The most successful individuals understand that life is not meant to be navigated alone. They recognize the immense value of surrounding themselves with people who challenge them, uplift them, and push them toward becoming their best selves. Meaningful relationships do not happen by chance. They are built with intention, effort, and authenticity. They require presence, deep listening, and a genuine interest in the well-being of others. In an age where surface-level interactions are more common than ever, meaningful relationships stand out. Many people mistake proximity for connection, believing that simply being around others is enough. But real bonds are not built on casual exchanges or fleeting conversations. They are cultivated through trust, shared experiences, and emotional vulnerability. When people take the time to truly understand and invest in each other, they create relationships that withstand the test of time. They build support systems that strengthen them in moments of doubt and celebrate them in times of success. A strong network of meaningful connections is one of the greatest assets a person can have. One of the most important aspects of building deep connections is active listening. Too often, people listen to respond rather than to understand. They wait for their turn to speak, formulating their next statement instead of absorbing what the other person is saying. This approach weakens relationships as it makes the other person feel unheard and undervalued. True listening requires complete presence. It means setting aside distractions, focusing on the speaker's words, and paying attention to their emotions and body language. When people feel truly heard, they open up. They become more willing to share their thoughts, struggles, and aspirations. This level of communication strengthens trust and deepens bonds. Genuine relationships also require authenticity. Many individuals wear masks, presenting a version of themselves they believe will be accepted by others. They hide their struggles, suppress their true opinions, and mold themselves to fit expectations. But real connection cannot be built on pretense. Authenticity is the foundation of meaningful relationships. It means showing up as oneself, embracing both strengths and imperfections, and allowing others to do the same. When people are authentic, they attract those who appreciate them for who they truly are, rather than for who they pretend to be. This creates deeper, more fulfilling relationships based on mutual respect and understanding. Another essential factor in meaningful connection is the ability to offer support without judgment. Life is filled with challenges, and everyone faces moments of doubt, failure, and uncertainty. The most valuable relationships are those in which individuals feel safe to express their struggles without fear of criticism. Being a supportive presence does not mean providing constant solutions or advice. It means being there, offering encouragement, and reminding others of their strength. A simple act of reassurance, a kind word, or a willingness to listen can make an immense difference in someone's life. People remember those who stood by them in difficult times. They cherish the ones who provided a sense of stability when everything else felt uncertain. The quality of one's relationships also influences personal growth. The people a person surrounds themselves with shape their thoughts, attitudes, and aspirations. Those who build connections with driven, positive, and inspiring individuals find themselves naturally elevating their own mindset. They are encouraged to dream bigger, push harder, and become better versions of themselves. On the other hand, surrounding oneself with negativity, doubt, and complacency can be limiting. The energy of those around us either lifts us up or holds us back. This is why it is crucial to seek out relationships that inspire growth rather than stagnation. Building meaningful relationships also requires vulnerability. Many people hesitate to open up, fearing rejection or judgment. But deep connection cannot exist without a willingness to be seen. Vulnerability is not a sign of weakness. It is a display of courage. It allows for honest conversations, emotional depth, and mutual understanding. When individuals share their true thoughts, fears, and experiences, they invite others to do the same. This mutual openness fosters stronger bonds, creating relationships rooted in trust and emotional depth. Another powerful element of strong relationships is consistency. Many connections fade, not because of conflict, but because of neglect. People become busy, distracted, or complacent, failing to nurture the relationships that matter most. Meaningful bonds require ongoing effort. They thrive on regular communication, shared experiences, and acts of appreciation. A simple message, a thoughtful gesture, or a sincere check-in can strengthen a relationship more than grand displays of affection. The small, consistent efforts are what sustain meaningful connections over time. Gratitude is also a key component of strong relationships. It is easy to take people for granted, assuming they will always be there. But appreciation strengthens bonds. Expressing gratitude for someone's presence, kindness, or support reinforces the connection. It reminds the other person that they are valued and that their efforts do not go unnoticed. A simple acknowledgement of someone's importance in one's life can deepen the relationship, fostering a sense of mutual appreciation and respect. Healthy relationships also require boundaries. True connection does not mean losing oneself in another person's needs or constantly sacrificing one's own well-being. It means maintaining a balance of giving and receiving. Boundaries ensure that relationships remain supportive rather than draining. They allow individuals to protect their energy while still being fully present for others. Communicating needs, setting limits, and respecting personal space are all crucial elements of maintaining strong, healthy relationships. Conflict is inevitable in any relationship, but how it is handled determines the strength of the connection. Many people avoid conflict, fearing that it will damage the relationship, but unresolved tension weakens bonds over time. Addressing issues with honesty, respect, and a solution-oriented mindset strengthens trust. It allows relationships to grow rather than deteriorate. Disagreements, when approached with maturity and understanding, can lead to deeper understanding and greater closeness. Meaningful relationships also require a willingness to celebrate others. Too often, people compare themselves to those around them, seeing success as a competition rather than a shared victory. But strong connections are built on mutual encouragement. Genuinely celebrating others' achievements strengthens bonds and fosters a sense of shared success. True connection is not about rivalry. It is about lifting each other up. When individuals embrace an abundance mindset, they recognize that someone else's success does not diminish their own. This perspective allows for deeper, more fulfilling relationships, free from jealousy or resentment. One of the greatest benefits of meaningful relationships is the sense of belonging they provide. Human beings are wired for connection. A strong support system offers a sense of security, emotional stability, and motivation. It reminds individuals that they are not alone in their journey, that they have people who believe in them, and that they have a place where they are valued. This sense of belonging strengthens resilience, making it easier to navigate life's challenges. Building and maintaining meaningful relationships is not about quantity, it is about quality. A few deep, authentic connections are far more valuable than a large network of shallow interactions. Prioritizing depth over breadth ensures that relationships provide real support, encouragement, and inspiration. Investing in people who align with one's values, challenge one's growth, and uplift one's spirit leads to a life enriched with genuine connection. Life's greatest moments are often shared with others. Achievements feel more meaningful when celebrated with those who truly care. Challenges become more manageable when faced with a strong support system. True connection enhances every aspect of life, bringing depth, meaning, and fulfillment. Those who take the time to nurture their relationships, invest in others, and show up with authenticity and care experience a life filled with deeper, more rewarding connections. Chapter 11. Embrace challenges as opportunities for learning and improvement. Challenges are an inevitable part of life. No one is immune to the struggles, obstacles, and setbacks that we face in various forms, whether they are personal, professional, emotional, or physical. It's easy to view these challenges as burdens or even as roadblocks that hinder progress. But what if we could reframe them entirely? What if every challenge we face was not something to avoid or dread, but rather an opportunity to grow, to learn, and to evolve into a stronger, more capable version of ourselves? The way we respond to challenges determines not only our success but also our ability to thrive in life. It's not the challenges themselves that define us, but how we rise to meet them. When faced with difficulty, many people allow fear, frustration, or doubt to dominate their thoughts, leading them to retreat, give up, or stay stuck in a negative mindset. But the most successful individuals view challenges differently. They embrace them. They understand that challenges are not personal attacks or signs of failure. They are simply the next step in their journey of growth. Life is full of unpredictable twists and turns. We may have plans, goals, and dreams, but circumstances are always changing. While we can't control every aspect of our environment or the challenges we encounter, we can control how we respond. Each challenge presents a decision. Do we meet it with resistance or acceptance? Do we allow it to derail us or fuel us forward? The mindset we choose plays a crucial role in shaping our experience. When we adopt the mindset that challenges are opportunities for growth, we open ourselves up to endless possibilities. Instead of viewing setbacks as signs that we aren't cut out for success, we can learn to see them as lessons, valuable teachings that help us develop the skills, resilience, and wisdom necessary to move closer to our goals. When we face difficulties, we can ask ourselves, what can I learn from this? Instead of, why is this happening to me? Learning to embrace challenges requires a shift in perspective. Instead of fearing failure, we must begin to see it as a stepping stone. Every mistake, every wrong turn, and every unexpected detour is an opportunity to learn something new. The most successful individuals understand that failure is not a reflection of their abilities, but a natural part of the process. They are not discouraged by setbacks because they recognize that each one brings them closer to success by teaching them something they would not have learned otherwise. Take the example of a child learning to ride a bike. The first few attempts are often full of falls, scrapes, and frustrations. But does the child give up? No, they get back up, try again, and gradually become more skilled. With each fall, they learn something new about balance, coordination, and perseverance. Over time, what once felt impossible becomes second nature. This is how we should approach challenges in our own lives. Every setback is a lesson in disguise, preparing us for greater success. The key to embracing challenges is to maintain a growth mindset. People with a growth mindset see their abilities as something that can be developed through hard work, practice, and persistence. They believe that effort and perseverance lead to improvement, rather than viewing their talents as fixed traits. This mindset allows them to approach challenges with a sense of curiosity and determination, knowing that each obstacle is an opportunity to build their skills and expand their potential. On the other hand, a fixed mindset leads to a different reaction. Individuals with a fixed mindset often believe that their abilities are limited and cannot be changed. When faced with a challenge, they may feel defeated or discouraged, as they perceive the situation as a reflection of their inherent limitations. This mindset can lead to avoidance of difficult tasks or a lack of effort, ultimately preventing personal growth and progress. But embracing challenges doesn't mean simply accepting failure or resigning yourself to hardship. It means facing difficulties with intention, curiosity, and resilience. When we encounter obstacles, we have the power to choose how we perceive and respond to them. Rather than getting bogged down by frustration or disappointment, we can approach each challenge with the question, what is this situation teaching me? This simple shift in perspective can open up a world of possibilities. Sometimes, the challenges we face seem overwhelming, and it may feel like there is no way out. During these times, it's essential to remember that growth doesn't happen overnight. Progress is incremental, and even the smallest step forward is still progress. The key is persistence. No matter how many times we stumble or how long it takes to overcome a particular challenge, each step counts. Consistency and effort, even in the face of adversity, are what build resilience. It's also important to recognize that challenges can provide us with new opportunities we may not have considered. Often, when we're focused on a specific goal or outcome, we overlook alternative paths that might be just as valuable. When life throws a curveball, it forces us to adapt and think differently. This adaptability can lead to creative solutions, new opportunities, and even personal breakthroughs that we might have missed if things had gone according to plan. One of the most powerful ways to embrace challenges is by developing a sense of resilience. Resilience is the ability to bounce back from adversity, to stay strong in the face of difficulties, and to keep going even when the going gets tough. It's the mental toughness that allows us to weather the storms of life, knowing that we have the strength to overcome anything. Resilience is not something that comes naturally to everyone, but it can be cultivated through practice. The more challenges we face and overcome, the stronger our resilience becomes. One technique to build resilience is by practicing self-compassion. When we face setbacks, it's easy to be hard on ourselves, to criticize our efforts, or to feel inadequate. However, self-criticism only adds to the burden and discourages growth. Instead, practicing self-compassion means treating ourselves with kindness and understanding, just as we would a close friend who is struggling. It involves acknowledging our mistakes without judgment and recognizing that everyone faces difficulties. This compassionate approach allows us to move forward with more grace, less self-doubt, and greater determination. In addition to building resilience, embracing challenges also requires us to trust in the process. Success is rarely immediate, and the road to achieving our goals is often paved with obstacles. However, if we trust that every challenge is leading us closer to where we need to be, we can navigate the journey with more confidence and patience. Trusting the process means accepting that setbacks are a normal part of the path, and that each one serves a purpose in shaping our future. The most successful people in the world are not those who have never faced difficulties, but those who have learned to embrace them. They understand that challenges are not barriers to success, they are integral to it. Each challenge is an opportunity to grow, to refine skills, and to build the strength needed to achieve greatness. Rather than shying away from difficulty, they step into it with courage, curiosity, and determination. By embracing challenges as opportunities for learning and improvement, we not only build resilience and skill, but also develop a deeper sense of purpose. The challenges we face are not random. They are often exactly what we need at the moment to propel us forward in our personal and professional journeys. When we face challenges with an open mind and a willingness to learn, we unlock our full potential and create a life full of growth, progress, and achievement. The next time you face a challenge, remember that it's not something to fear or avoid, it's an opportunity to become the best version of yourself. Chapter 12. Maintain a balanced diet to fuel both body and mind. The human body is a complex system that demands proper fuel to operate at its peak. What we eat doesn't just impact our physical health, it also has a profound effect on our mental clarity, energy levels, and overall well-being. When we talk about maintaining a balanced diet, we aren't just discussing the importance of consuming a variety of foods, but rather about ensuring that every nutrient we put into our bodies is supporting not only our physical needs, but also our cognitive functions and emotional health. In today's fast-paced world, it's easy to neglect the impact that food has on our mental and emotional states. Many people focus solely on physical appearance or weight, forgetting that what we eat plays a critical role in our ability to think clearly, stay focused, and maintain emotional stability. A balanced diet is more than a path to a healthy body. It's an essential practice to nourish the mind and create an optimal environment for personal growth. When we nourish our bodies correctly, we give ourselves the energy and clarity needed to succeed. It's often said that food is fuel, and this couldn't be more accurate. Just like a high-performance vehicle needs the right kind of fuel to run efficiently, our bodies require the right mix of nutrients to function optimally. Without the proper balance, we can experience fatigue, mental fog, and even emotional imbalances that can undermine our productivity and overall quality of life. A balanced diet doesn't have to be complicated. In fact, It can be relatively simple if we understand the role of different nutrients and how they work together to support our well-being. The foundation of a balanced diet lies in three core macronutrients: carbohydrates, proteins, and fats. Each of these macronutrients serves a distinct purpose in fueling the body and supporting brain function. Carbohydrates are the body's primary energy source, and they are essential for mental clarity. Our brains rely heavily on glucose, which is derived from carbohydrates, to function effectively. Without an adequate supply of carbs, cognitive performance can decline, leading to poor concentration, memory issues, and fatigue. It's important to note, however, that not all carbohydrates are created equal. Refined sugars and processed foods can cause blood sugar spikes and crashes, which may leave us feeling drained or irritable. Instead, focus on complex carbohydrates like whole grains, vegetables, and legumes, which provide a slow, steady release of energy and help stabilize blood sugar levels. Proteins, on the other hand, are the building blocks of our body. They are essential for repairing tissues, building muscles, and producing enzymes and hormones. But proteins are also crucial for brain health. The amino acids found in protein are the precursors to neurotransmitters, chemical messengers that regulate mood, focus, and mental clarity. A diet rich in high-quality proteins, such as lean meats, fish, eggs, legumes, and nuts, helps ensure that the brain has the resources it needs to stay sharp and focused. Fats are another essential part of a balanced diet, but not all fats are created equal. Healthy fats, such as those found in avocados, olive oil, and fatty fish, are vital for supporting brain function. Omega-3 fatty acids, in particular, play a critical role in maintaining healthy brain cells and reducing inflammation in the brain. Inadequate intake of healthy fats can impair cognitive function, making it harder to concentrate, think clearly, or manage stress effectively. While macronutrients are critical for energy and brain function, micronutrients, vitamins and minerals, are equally important for maintaining overall health and mental clarity. A lack of essential vitamins and minerals can lead to a variety of physical and mental health issues, including fatigue, poor immune function, and even anxiety or depression. Vitamin B12, for example, plays a crucial role in nerve function and the production of red blood cells, while vitamin D is essential for maintaining mood stability and reducing the risk of mental health disorders. Magnesium, zinc, and iron are also essential for optimal brain health and cognitive function. In addition to the traditional nutrients, antioxidants found in fruits and vegetables are incredibly important for brain health. These compounds help protect the brain from oxidative stress, which can damage brain cells and lead to cognitive decline. Eating a variety of colorful fruits and vegetables ensures that your body gets a broad spectrum of antioxidants to fight off the damaging effects of free radicals. Hydration is another critical component of a balanced diet that is often overlooked. Water is essential for nearly every bodily function, including regulating body temperature, transporting nutrients, and supporting cellular processes. Dehydration can lead to fatigue, difficulty concentrating, and even mood swings. To maintain optimal brain function, it's important to stay hydrated throughout the day by drinking water and consuming hydrating foods, like fruits and vegetables. One of the most powerful aspects of a balanced diet is its ability to regulate our mood and energy levels. The foods we eat have a direct impact on our hormones and neurotransmitters, which in turn affect how we feel. For example, a diet high in refined sugars and processed foods can cause fluctuations in blood sugar, leading to energy crashes and irritability. On the other hand, a diet rich in whole foods, healthy fats and proteins helps keep our energy levels stable and supports emotional resilience. When our body is well nourished, we are better equipped to handle the stresses and challenges of everyday life. Maintaining a balanced diet also supports physical health, which in turn contributes to mental clarity. When we eat nourishing foods, our bodies are better able to function efficiently, reducing inflammation and promoting optimal circulation. This has a positive effect on brain health, as proper blood flow ensures that the brain receives the nutrients and oxygen it needs to perform at its best. Moreover, a healthy body is more capable of managing stress and recovering from physical exertion, allowing us to stay focused and energized throughout the day. While it's crucial to maintain a balanced diet, it's equally important to recognize that balance doesn't mean perfection. Life is meant to be enjoyed, and food is an important part of that enjoyment. Occasional indulgences, whether it's a slice of cake or a favorite comfort food, are a normal part of life and can be enjoyed in moderation. The key is consistency. When we make healthy, nourishing choices the majority of the time, we set ourselves up for long-term success in both body and mind. Maintaining a balanced diet is not just about choosing the right foods, it's also about developing healthy habits around eating. Mindful eating is a practice that encourages us to slow down, pay attention to the food we're consuming, and savor each bite. By being more conscious of what and how we eat, we become more attuned to our body's hunger and fullness cues, helping to prevent overeating and making healthier choices. Creating a balanced diet requires preparation and planning. Meal prepping in advance, packing healthy snacks and cooking at home can make it easier to stick to nutritious choices. It's important to prioritize whole, nutrient-dense foods over processed options that are high in sugar, salt, and unhealthy fats. Eating a variety of foods, from leafy greens to lean proteins, ensures that our bodies are getting all the necessary nutrients to thrive. A balanced diet is not just about how we look or how much energy we have. It's about nourishing both our body and mind so that we can perform at our highest potential. By fueling our bodies with wholesome, nutrient-dense foods, we provide ourselves with the mental clarity, focus, and emotional resilience needed to tackle the challenges of daily life. When we take care of our bodies through proper nutrition, we give ourselves the gift of a clear mind, a strong body, and a more fulfilled life. So invest in yourself by embracing the power of a balanced diet, and you'll begin to see the incredible benefits ripple through every area of your life. Chapter 13. Ensure adequate sleep to rejuvenate and enhance productivity. Sleep is not merely a passive activity, it's a critical component of overall health that directly impacts productivity, creativity, and emotional well-being. It is during the hours of rest that the body undergoes a wide range of processes that rejuvenate both the mind and the body. In a society that prizes constant hustle and productivity, sleep is often seen as a luxury or an afterthought. However, proper sleep is essential to maintaining peak performance in all areas of life. It is the foundation upon which we build our energy, our focus, and our ability to engage with the world at our highest level. We are often told to sleep when we're dead, or that sacrificing sleep is the price of success. But the truth is, sacrificing sleep doesn't lead to greater productivity or achievement. Instead, it erodes our physical health, damages cognitive function, and ultimately diminishes our ability to perform at our best. Sleep is not something that can be squeezed in at the last minute or brushed off in the name of productivity. It is something that we must prioritize if we want to maximize our potential and achieve long-term success. When we sleep, our brains do much more than simply shut down. Sleep is an active process in which our bodies and minds undergo critical restorative functions. During deep sleep, the body repairs muscles, replenishes energy stores, and strengthens the immune system. Meanwhile, the brain consolidates memories, processes emotions, and clears away toxins that accumulate during waking hours. Without adequate sleep, these processes are disrupted, leading to diminished cognitive performance, lower energy levels, and even increased susceptibility to stress. A good night's sleep plays a key role in memory consolidation, which is critical for learning and retaining new information. During the sleep cycle, especially during rapid eye movement, REM sleep, the brain processes and organizes the experiences of the day. This allows us to make sense of new knowledge and incorporate it into long-term memory. Without this essential stage of sleep, it becomes harder to recall information, solve problems, and perform well in tasks that require focus and mental agility. In addition to memory and cognitive function, sleep is also essential for emotional regulation. When we don't get enough rest, our emotional resilience decreases. We are more likely to become irritable, anxious, or overwhelmed by stress. Proper sleep helps regulate the hormones responsible for stress and mood, ensuring that we remain calm and composed in the face of challenges. A lack of sleep, on the other hand, causes an imbalance in these hormones, leading to mood swings and emotional instability. In this way, sleep is not just important for physical health, but for emotional well-being as well. For many people, sleep problems are a persistent challenge. With the pressures of modern life, it's easy to fall into unhealthy sleep habits. Late-night screen time, high stress levels, and irregular schedules can all contribute to disrupted sleep patterns. However, by making a conscious effort to prioritize sleep and implement healthy sleep habits, we can significantly improve our overall well-being. One of the most effective ways to enhance sleep quality is to establish a consistent sleep schedule. Going to bed and waking up at the same time each day helps regulate the body's internal clock, known as the circadian rhythm. When this rhythm is disrupted, it becomes harder to fall asleep and stay asleep. By sticking to a regular sleep schedule, you signal to your body that it's time to wind down and prepare for rest. This simple habit can greatly improve sleep quality and make it easier to get the rest you need to be productive and focused throughout the day. In addition to consistency, the environment in which we sleep plays a significant role in the quality of our rest. The bedroom should be a sanctuary for sleep, dark, quiet, and cool. Studies have shown that exposure to light, especially blue light emitted by phones and computers, can interfere with the body's production of melatonin, the hormone responsible for regulating sleep. By limiting screen time before bed and creating a calm, restful environment, you can optimize your sleep and improve the quality of your rest. It's also important to manage stress levels during the day to ensure restful sleep at night. Stress is one of the leading causes of sleep problems, and when our minds are racing with worries or anxieties, it becomes difficult to unwind and fall asleep. Engaging in relaxing activities during the evening, such as meditation, yoga, or deep breathing exercises, can help calm the mind and prepare the body for restful sleep. Taking time to relax before bed can ease the transition from a busy day to a peaceful night, improving both the quality and quantity of sleep. Nutrition and exercise also play key roles in sleep quality. Certain foods, such as those rich in magnesium, tryptophan, and melatonin, can promote relaxation and help the body wind down for sleep. Foods like turkey, nuts, seeds, and bananas can support healthy sleep patterns. Similarly, regular exercise can help regulate the sleep cycle by promoting deep, restorative sleep. However, it's important to avoid vigorous exercise too close to bedtime, as it can have the opposite effect and leave the body too energized to fall asleep. While the quantity of sleep is important, the quality of sleep is just as crucial. Many people struggle with falling or staying asleep, but there are steps we can take to improve both. A restful night's sleep is characterized by multiple complete sleep cycles, which include periods of deep sleep and REM sleep. These stages are vital for restoring the body and mind. If we are constantly waking up or having interrupted sleep, we miss out on these critical restorative stages, leaving us feeling fatigued and mentally drained the next day. The benefits of proper sleep extend beyond just personal well-being. They are directly tied to our productivity and success. When we get enough rest, we are more focused, energized, and motivated to tackle the tasks at hand. Sleep is a natural performance enhancer, helping us think more clearly, make better decisions, and approach challenges with a positive attitude. Without sleep, our ability to function at our best is severely compromised. In today's society, where the pressures of work, family, and social commitments often take precedence, sleep is sometimes viewed as a luxury or an indulgence. However, neglecting sleep is a short-sighted approach that ultimately harms both our health and our productivity. If we want to achieve long-term success and live fulfilling lives, we must prioritize sleep as a critical component of our daily routine. By understanding the importance of sleep and implementing healthy sleep habits, we can rejuvenate our bodies, sharpen our minds, and become the best version of ourselves. It is essential to embrace the power of sleep, not as a luxury, but as an essential pillar of success. When we rest, we are not just recharging our bodies, we are equipping ourselves to face the challenges of the day ahead with clarity, focus, and energy. The relationship between sleep and productivity is clear. Without proper sleep, we are less effective, less creative, and less able to perform at our highest potential. Sleep should no longer be viewed as something we can sacrifice, but as a key ingredient in the recipe for achieving success and living a balanced, fulfilling life. By ensuring adequate sleep, we empower ourselves to reach new heights and live each day with purpose and energy. Chapter 14. Limit negative influences by curating your environment. The environment in which we live, work, and socialize has a powerful influence on our mindset, behavior, and overall well-being. It shapes the way we think, the way we feel, and the way we interact with the world around us. However, not all environments are conducive to personal growth, success, or happiness. In fact, negative influences, whether they come from people, media, or physical surroundings, can have a subtle but powerful impact on our lives, draining our energy and hindering our progress. To reach our full potential, it is essential that we limit these negative influences by actively curating our environment, both in terms of the people we surround ourselves with and the spaces we inhabit. Curating your environment isn't just about creating a pleasant or aesthetically pleasing space. It's about consciously shaping an environment that supports your goals, values, and emotional well-being. It involves creating an atmosphere where positivity, productivity, and personal growth are nurtured, while minimizing exposure to negativity, distractions, and toxic influences. This is not a one-time task, but an ongoing process of actively choosing the influences that you allow into your life. The first step in curating a positive environment is to assess the people you interact with regularly. Our relationships have an enormous impact on our lives, and the people we surround ourselves with can either lift us up or drag us down. Toxic relationships, characterized by constant criticism, negativity, or drama, can take a significant toll on our mental and emotional health. On the other hand, supportive, positive relationships foster a sense of belonging, encouragement, and inspiration. The people we spend time with shape our mindset, beliefs, and actions. If we consistently surround ourselves with individuals who are negative, doubtful, or dismissive of our goals, it becomes more difficult to stay motivated and focused. These individuals may unconsciously project their own fears and insecurities onto us, causing us to question our own abilities or second-guess our decisions. In contrast, when we surround ourselves with people who uplift us, challenge us to grow, and celebrate our successes, we feel more confident and empowered to pursue our goals with enthusiasm. The power of positive relationships extends beyond simply avoiding negativity. It's about actively seeking out people who inspire, motivate, and support us. Surround yourself with individuals who share similar values, aspirations, and interests. These are the people who will push you to be your best, provide constructive feedback, and help you overcome obstacles. Whether it's a mentor, a friend, a colleague, or a family member, make an effort to cultivate relationships with people who genuinely have your best interests at heart and who bring out the best in you. It's important to recognize that curating your environment also means setting boundaries with people who bring negativity into your life. While it's not always possible to completely cut out toxic individuals, you can choose to limit the amount of time you spend with them or create emotional boundaries to protect your mental space. You don't have to engage in every conversation or attend every event that drains your energy. By taking control of the relationships in your life, you can create a supportive, nurturing environment that aligns with your goals and values. In addition to the people you interact with, the physical space you inhabit plays a crucial role in shaping your mindset and productivity. Your surroundings have the power to either inspire creativity and focus or distract and overwhelm you. A cluttered, disorganized, or chaotic environment can create a sense of stress, confusion, and unease. On the other hand, a clean, organized, and intentional space promotes clarity, calm, and focus. Start by evaluating the physical spaces you spend the most time in, your home, your office, and any other places where you regularly work or relax. Are these spaces conducive to your well-being and productivity, or do they contribute to feelings of overwhelm or distraction? For example, a messy workspace can hinder your ability to focus and make it difficult to stay on task. A cluttered home can create a sense of mental clutter that makes it harder to relax and unwind. By taking the time to declutter, organize, and simplify your surroundings, you create an environment that supports clarity, focus, and creativity. Curating your physical environment also involves creating spaces that align with your goals and values. If you're working toward a specific career or personal achievement, design your workspace in a way that reflects those ambitions. This could mean incorporating motivational quotes, vision boards, or other items that inspire and remind you of your purpose. A workspace that is aligned with your goals serves as a constant reminder of your commitment and keeps you focused on what truly matters. Another important aspect of curating your environment is managing the information and media you consume. In the digital age, we are constantly bombarded with information from social media, news outlets, advertisements, and other sources. While some of this information can be valuable and enriching, much of it is designed to distract, entertain, or even manipulate. Constant exposure to negative news, drama, or sensationalized content can drain your energy, heighten stress levels, and create a distorted view of the world. To limit the negative influence of media, be intentional about the content you consume. Curate your social media feeds by following accounts that inspire, educate, and motivate you. Unfollow or mute accounts that contribute to stress, negativity, or unnecessary distractions. Be selective about the news you consume and avoid getting caught up in sensationalized headlines or fear-based narratives. Instead, seek out content that nourishes your mind and helps you stay grounded in your values and goals. In addition to limiting the negative content you consume, be mindful of the time you spend on digital devices. It's easy to get lost in mindless scrolling or binge-watching shows, but this can lead to a sense of disconnection, wasted time, and even feelings of inadequacy. Set boundaries around your screen time and prioritize activities that promote personal growth, creativity, and connection with others. Whether it's reading a book, practicing a hobby, or engaging in meaningful conversations, make sure that the time you spend on your devices is intentional and aligned with your values. Finally, it's essential to create an environment that fosters physical and mental well-being. Your health is the foundation upon which everything else is built, and the environment you create for yourself plays a significant role in supporting your physical and mental health. Make sure that your space encourages healthy habits, whether that's incorporating exercise, meditation, or healthy eating into your routine. Create an environment that supports relaxation, self-care, and mindfulness so you can recharge and stay focused on your goals. The process of curating your environment is not about perfection or control. It's about making intentional choices that support your well-being and personal growth. By being mindful of the people you surround yourself with, the spaces you occupy, and the information you consume, you can create an environment that empowers you to live your best life. Ultimately, your environment plays a crucial role in shaping your mindset, behavior, and success. When you take the time to curate an environment that supports your goals, values, and well-being, you set yourself up for lasting success, happiness, and personal fulfillment. Chapter 15. Celebrate small victories to build momentum and motivation. In the pursuit of our goals and dreams, it's easy to get caught up in the larger picture, the ultimate achievement, the grand success that we envision as the end point of our journey. However, it's crucial to recognize that success doesn't just live in that final moment of accomplishment. In fact, the key to sustaining motivation and building momentum lies in something much more fundamental: celebrating small victories. Small victories are the stepping stones that pave the way for larger success. They're the subtle markers of progress that, when acknowledged and celebrated, fuel our drive to keep going. They serve as reminders that every step forward, no matter how small, brings us closer to our goal. By taking the time to recognize and honor these small wins, we not only reinforce positive habits, but we also build a sense of satisfaction and motivation that propels us toward bigger achievements. When we set out to accomplish something, it's easy to overlook the importance of these incremental wins. We may focus on the bigger picture, always striving for the next milestone or ultimate outcome. But in doing so, we miss the critical role that smaller achievements play in sustaining our progress. These small victories, whether they're completing a task, making a breakthrough, or simply staying committed, are powerful indicators that we are on the right path. Celebrating small victories doesn't mean that we're giving in to complacency or resting on our laurels. On the contrary, it's about recognizing the importance of every step we take and using that recognition as fuel to keep pushing forward. Each small victory builds momentum, creating a cycle of success that keeps us motivated and focused on the larger goal. The act of celebration itself is an essential part of the process. When we acknowledge our progress, we reinforce the positive behaviors and actions that led to those victories. This acknowledgement can come in many forms: a moment of self-reflection, a reward, or simply a moment of pride in what we've accomplished. The act of celebration signals to our brain that the task at hand is worth pursuing, that the effort is paying off, and that we are capable of achieving what we set out to do. In a world that often emphasizes instant results and large-scale achievements, it's easy to overlook the importance of these small wins. Social media, for example, often showcases the final outcome, the success, the transformation, the finished product, without emphasizing the behind-the-scenes effort, persistence, and small victories that contributed to that outcome. As a result, we may feel disheartened or discouraged if our progress doesn't look like the polished images we see on our screens. But real success is built on the foundation of daily actions, small steps, and incremental improvements. These small victories are often the most authentic and rewarding moments of our journey. They are the quiet victories that may go unnoticed by others, but are incredibly significant to us because they represent growth, perseverance, and progress. It's important to give ourselves credit for these moments, regardless of how small they may seem. For example, let's say you're working toward a long-term goal, such as writing a book, starting a business, or getting in shape. The larger goal may seem daunting at first, and it may take time to see significant progress. However, each time you sit down to write a chapter, complete a workout, or take a step toward your goal, you're achieving something important. These small steps are victories in their own right, and they deserve to be celebrated. Whether it's acknowledging the completion of a chapter, hitting a milestone in your fitness journey, or successfully completing a task, these victories contribute to the momentum that will carry you toward your ultimate goal. Celebrating small victories also has a profound impact on our mindset. When we focus only on the big picture, we can easily become overwhelmed or discouraged by the distance between where we are and where we want to be. But when we take the time to recognize and celebrate the small wins along the way, we shift our focus from what's lacking to what we've already accomplished. This shift in perspective helps to build confidence and resilience, reminding us that we are capable of achieving our goals one step at a time. Additionally, celebrating small victories strengthens our belief in our ability to succeed. Each victory, no matter how small, is evidence that we are making progress, that our efforts are paying off, and that success is within reach. These victories serve as tangible proof of our capabilities, and they reinforce the belief that we are on the right path. The more we celebrate these wins, the more we train our minds to focus on the positive and to view challenges as opportunities for growth. The process of celebrating small victories is also an effective way to stay motivated over the long term. When we are working toward a large goal, the road ahead can sometimes feel long and uncertain. Without regular celebrations of our progress, it can be easy to lose momentum or become discouraged by setbacks. However, by consistently acknowledging and celebrating the small wins, we create a sense of progress and achievement that keeps us motivated to continue moving forward. These celebrations act as milestones that mark our progress and help us maintain a sense of accomplishment even when the larger goal still feels distant. Another key benefit of celebrating small victories is that it encourages us to stay focused on the process rather than the outcome. Often, we get so caught up in the idea of achieving a specific goal that we overlook the importance of the journey itself. Celebrating small victories helps us shift our focus to the process, the daily actions, habits, and decisions that contribute to our success. By valuing the small wins, we become more engaged in the present moment and more committed to the actions that will eventually lead to our desired outcome. Celebrating small victories also promotes a sense of gratitude. When we take the time to acknowledge our progress, we begin to appreciate the effort and dedication that went into each step. This gratitude reinforces the idea that success is not just about the destination, but also about the journey, the growth, learning, and resilience that occur along the way. By cultivating gratitude for the small victories, we develop a deeper appreciation for the process and a greater sense of fulfillment. In practical terms, celebrating small victories doesn't have to be elaborate or extravagant. It's about finding moments of recognition that feel meaningful to you. This could be as simple as taking a moment to reflect on your accomplishments, rewarding yourself with a small treat, or sharing your success with a friend or mentor. The key is to acknowledge your progress in a way that feels rewarding and reinforces the positive behavior. The power of celebrating small victories is cumulative. The more we practice this habit, the more we create a cycle of success that builds on itself. Each small win strengthens our belief in our abilities, boosts our motivation, and encourages us to continue moving forward. Over time, these small victories add up to significant achievements, and the momentum they create becomes a powerful force in our lives. Ultimately, the journey to success is not just about reaching the end goal, it's about appreciating the progress we make along the way. Celebrating small victories helps us stay motivated, focused, and resilient, even when the road ahead feels long. By acknowledging and honoring our progress, we not only build momentum, but also cultivate a deeper sense of fulfillment, gratitude, and confidence. So take the time to celebrate your small victories and remember that each step forward brings you closer to the life you want to create. Chapter 16. Manage finances wisely to reduce stress and build security. Managing your finances wisely is not just about budgeting or saving, it's about reducing stress, creating a foundation for security, and ultimately giving yourself the freedom to pursue what truly matters in life. The way we manage our money can have a profound impact on our mental health, our relationships, and our overall quality of life. Financial stress is one of the most significant contributors to anxiety, but it doesn't have to be that way. When you take control of your finances and learn to make informed decisions, you can create a sense of peace and stability that allows you to focus on your personal growth and long-term success. The first step in managing your finances wisely is recognizing the power of financial awareness. It all begins with understanding where you stand financially. Too often, people avoid looking at their finances because they're afraid of what they might find. They ignore bills, put off saving, and live with the constant nagging feeling of financial uncertainty. But by avoiding the situation, you're only making it worse. The key is to take a deep breath, face the reality of your financial situation, and create a clear, honest picture of where you are. Start by tracking your income and expenses. This doesn't have to be an overwhelming task. There are plenty of tools and apps that can help you break down your spending habits. The goal here is to get an accurate view of where your money is going each month. Once you have a clear picture, you'll be in a better position to make decisions that can reduce unnecessary spending and help you allocate your resources more effectively. From this place of financial clarity, the next step is to set realistic goals. Financial goals are the roadmap that guides your actions and decisions. Without them, it's easy to get distracted and lost. Goals provide a sense of direction and purpose, and they give you something concrete to work toward. Whether your goal is to pay off debt, save for an emergency fund, or invest for retirement, having a clear target allows you to focus your energy on what truly matters. These goals also help you measure your progress, which is essential for maintaining motivation over the long term. Once you've set your goals, it's time to create a budget. Budgeting is the blueprint for achieving financial stability and building security. A well-crafted budget allows you to live within your means, allocate funds for your priorities, and ensure that you are consistently moving toward your goals. The most important thing to remember about budgeting is that it's not about restricting yourself, It's about giving your money a purpose. Every dollar you earn should be assigned to a category, whether it's bills, savings, investments, or discretionary spending. When you allocate your money with intention, you reduce the likelihood of impulse purchases or overspending. However, it's important to remember that life isn't always predictable. Emergencies happen, unexpected expenses arise, and your financial goals might need to be adjusted from time to time. Flexibility within your budget is key to maintaining long-term success. While it's important to stick to your plan, being adaptable and adjusting as needed will help you stay on track and reduce the stress that can arise when things don't go as planned. One of the most powerful things you can do to reduce financial stress is to create an emergency fund. Having a cushion of savings set aside for unexpected situations, like a medical emergency, car repair, or job loss, provides a sense of security and peace of mind. Knowing that you have a safety net to fall back on can make all the difference when life throws you a curveball. The recommended amount for an emergency fund typically ranges from 3 to 6 months of living expenses, but even having a small amount set aside is better than having nothing at all. Start small if you need to, but commit to gradually building it up over time. Another critical aspect of managing finances wisely is understanding and managing debt. Debt can be one of the biggest sources of stress in our lives, but with the right approach, it can be managed and even eliminated. The first step is to identify all your outstanding debts: credit cards, student loans, personal loans, mortgages, etc. Once you have a complete picture, prioritize which debts to pay off first. High-interest debts, such as credit card debt, should typically be addressed before lower-interest debts, as they cost you more over time. A common strategy for paying off debt is the debt snowball method, where you focus on paying off the smallest debt first while making minimum payments on the others. Once that debt is paid off, you move to the next smallest, and so on. This method provides psychological benefits, as you'll experience the satisfaction of paying off a debt completely, which can keep you motivated to continue. Alternatively, the debt avalanche method focuses on paying off the highest interest debt first. This method saves you money in the long run, but might feel less rewarding because you won't see immediate results. Ultimately, the strategy you choose should be one that fits your personality and financial situation. In addition to paying off existing debt, it's important to take proactive steps to avoid accumulating more. This means being mindful of your spending habits, avoiding unnecessary purchases, and living within your means. Credit cards, for example, can be a helpful tool when used responsibly, but they can quickly spiral into debt if you're not careful. Keeping track of your spending and regularly reviewing your finances will help you avoid falling into the trap of excessive debt. Building wealth for the future is another crucial component of financial management. Saving and investing consistently over time can have a profound impact on your financial security and long-term success. It's never too early to start investing, and the sooner you begin, the more time your money has to grow. Even if you don't have a lot of extra cash to invest at the moment, starting with small amounts can make a big difference in the long run. The power of compound interest is significant. Over time, your money can grow exponentially if you remain consistent in your contributions. Investing doesn't have to be complicated. You can start by opening a retirement account, such as a 401k or an IRA, and contribute regularly. These types of accounts offer tax advantages, which can help you build wealth more efficiently. If you're new to investing, it may be worth consulting with a financial advisor to help you create an investment strategy that aligns with your goals and risk tolerance. But financial security isn't just about investing, it's also about protecting your assets. Having the right insurance coverage in place is a key part of managing your finances. Health insurance, life insurance, auto insurance all play a role in safeguarding your financial well-being. Without the proper coverage, a major medical expense, accident, or natural disaster could set you back financially for years. Reviewing your insurance policies regularly ensures that you're adequately covered and that you're not paying for unnecessary or outdated coverage. Finally, it's essential to continue educating yourself about personal finance. The more informed you are, the better decisions you can make. Read books, listen to podcasts, follow financial experts, and seek advice from people who have experience managing their money. Financial literacy is a lifelong journey, and the more you learn, the more empowered you'll feel to take control of your finances and build a secure future. Managing your finances wisely isn't just about creating a plan and sticking to it. It's about creating a mindset of intentionality, responsibility, and long-term thinking. By taking control of your finances, you reduce stress, build security, and gain the freedom to live life on your own terms. Financial management may seem daunting at first, but with small steps and a consistent approach, you can take control of your financial future and pave the way for a more secure, fulfilling life. Chapter 17. Volunteer regularly to foster empathy and community connection. Volunteering regularly can profoundly transform the way you see the world and interact with others. When you give your time and energy to a cause that is greater than yourself, you not only help those in need, but you also build a deeper connection to your community and foster empathy for people from all walks of life. It's easy to become consumed with our own daily struggles and challenges, but volunteering pulls us out of our narrow perspective and exposes us to the broader needs of the world. It allows us to see that there is much more to life than our personal circumstances. Volunteering is not just about offering help to others, it's about growing as a human being and connecting with the humanity in others. Empathy is one of the most powerful emotions we can experience as individuals. It allows us to understand and share in the feelings of others, making us more compassionate and connected. Yet, in a world that can sometimes feel fragmented and self-centered, it's easy to lose sight of empathy. Volunteering is one of the most effective ways to nurture and develop empathy, because it puts you face to face with people whose lives and experiences may be very different from your own. When you volunteer, you step into someone else's world, and in doing so you expand your capacity for understanding and compassion. As you engage in volunteer work, you begin to see the world from different perspectives. Whether you're working with people who are experiencing homelessness, assisting at a food bank, or helping children in underprivileged schools, you'll be exposed to realities that may be vastly different from your own. In doing so, you cultivate a sense of shared humanity that transcends the differences that often divide us. Volunteering allows you to connect with people in meaningful ways, forging bonds that remind you of the fundamental truths we all share. But beyond empathy, volunteering also connects you to a greater sense of purpose. In a world that often emphasizes personal achievement, material success, and self-interest, it's easy to feel disconnected from a sense of deeper meaning. Volunteering, however, shifts the focus away from individual success and onto collective impact. It enables you to see that your actions, no matter how small, can create a ripple effect that impacts others in profound ways. Whether you're offering your time to help with a local charity event or participating in an environmental cleanup initiative, your contributions directly improve the lives of those around you and contribute to the greater good. The impact of volunteering extends far beyond just the immediate benefits to others. When you give of yourself, you also receive. Volunteering provides an opportunity for personal growth. It challenges you to step out of your comfort zone, take on new roles, and develop skills that you may not have otherwise cultivated. You learn to be more patient, resourceful, and adaptable. In some instances, volunteering may also open doors to professional opportunities or new social connections. You never know where the experience might lead, but every opportunity you take to serve others enriches your life in ways that cannot be measured by money or success. Moreover, volunteering nurtures a sense of belonging. Humans are social creatures, and one of our deepest needs is to feel that we belong to something larger than ourselves. In our increasingly individualistic society, it's easy to become isolated and disconnected. By volunteering, you create bonds with others who share your values and passions. You become part of a community, united by a common purpose and the desire to help others. These connections can offer emotional support, camaraderie, and even lifelong friendships. The sense of community fostered through volunteering extends beyond just the people you directly interact with. As you volunteer, you become part of a collective movement working to address societal issues. Whether you're contributing to local efforts or engaging in larger-scale initiatives, you're participating in a larger social fabric that seeks to make a difference. This collective action has the power to create lasting change. When individuals unite their efforts for a common cause, they can make a significant impact on the lives of others. Volunteering empowers people to take action in ways that contribute to positive transformation in society. It shows that when people come together with compassion and purpose, they can shift the course of their communities and their world. Additionally, volunteering offers an antidote to the feelings of helplessness that often accompany living in today's complex world. In an era marked by rapid change and global challenges, it's easy to feel overwhelmed by the sheer scale of the problems facing society. But volunteering provides a way to channel your energy into action. Instead of feeling like a passive observer, you become an active participant in shaping the future. Volunteering allows you to move beyond just being a spectator of problems, and instead empowers you to become part of the solution. By contributing your time and talents, you reaffirm that individual actions can make a difference. There is also a spiritual component to volunteering that many people experience when they dedicate themselves to a cause greater than themselves. It's not necessarily about religion or spirituality in the traditional sense, but about tapping into a deeper, more meaningful connection with the world. Volunteering can evoke a sense of inner peace, knowing that you are contributing to something larger than yourself. The gratitude you receive from the people you help and the sense of fulfillment that comes from making a difference can be incredibly fulfilling. In many ways, it reminds you of the power of love, kindness, and generosity, forces that transcend material success or wealth. Volunteering also offers a unique opportunity to develop a strong sense of responsibility. When you commit to a cause, you take on a role that contributes to a larger goal. This sense of accountability to others strengthens your character and fosters a deeper understanding of how your actions affect those around you. It shifts the focus away from personal gain and towards the well-being of others. This shift in mindset not only deepens your sense of empathy, but also strengthens your integrity and sense of responsibility toward your community. However, it's important to remember that volunteering isn't just about helping others, it's about self-awareness and personal growth. The work you do while helping others also offers you the opportunity to reflect on your own beliefs, values, and attitudes. Volunteering encourages you to question assumptions and biases you might have held, and to re-examine the ways in which you interact with the world. It's a powerful tool for self-discovery that helps you evolve into a more empathetic, compassionate, and connected person. Another aspect of volunteering that often goes unnoticed is the way it fosters gratitude. By volunteering, you're exposed to the struggles and hardships of others. This exposure can help you develop a greater sense of appreciation for what you have, shifting your focus away from what's lacking in your life and instead emphasizing what you already possess. This practice of gratitude can carry over into other areas of your life, helping you maintain a positive, optimistic outlook even when challenges arise. As you volunteer, you become part of a collective movement, whether it's your local community or a larger global initiative. Your contributions, no matter how small they may seem, add up to something significant. When you give your time, energy, and skills to others, you are investing in a more compassionate and supportive world. The beauty of volunteering is that it connects people from all walks of life, fostering a sense of unity and shared purpose that transcends geographic, social, and cultural boundaries. Volunteering isn't just an altruistic act, it's an investment in your own well-being. The act of helping others nurtures your sense of purpose, builds your emotional resilience, and strengthens your relationships with others. It fosters empathy, creates community connections, and allows you to be a part of something greater than yourself. When you volunteer, you become part of a collective movement to improve the lives of others, and in doing so, you transform your own life in ways that you might never have imagined. The act of giving not only enriches the lives of those you serve, but it enriches your own life in ways that go far beyond the material. In a world that often focuses on what we can gain, volunteering helps us shift the focus back to what we can give. It offers the chance to step outside of our own needs and connect with others in ways that build empathy, compassion, and a deep sense of community. Through volunteering, we open ourselves to the possibility of growth, connection, and fulfillment that comes from serving others and contributing to a larger, more meaningful cause. Chapter 18. Pursue hobbies that bring joy and enrich your life. In the fast-paced world we live in, it's easy to get caught up in responsibilities, tasks, and obligations. We often find ourselves rushing through life, ticking off checklists, and striving to meet deadlines, all while putting our own happiness and fulfillment on the back burner. But amidst the hustle and bustle, there's one thing that can anchor us and bring true joy: hobbies. Hobbies are not just pastimes. They are essential elements of a fulfilling life. They provide an outlet for creativity, stress relief, and personal growth. Pursuing hobbies that bring you joy isn't a luxury, it's a necessity for maintaining a healthy, balanced life. Hobbies allow you to step away from the demands of everyday life and immerse yourself in activities that ignite passion and excitement. They offer a space where you can express yourself freely and reconnect with what makes you happy. When you engage in something that brings you genuine joy, you tap into a source of energy and inspiration that feeds your soul. This isn't about productivity or achievement, it's about pure enjoyment and self-expression. Whether it's painting, writing, gardening, playing a musical instrument, or cooking, the key is finding something that lights you up from within. In today's world, where we are often measured by our ability to produce and perform, hobbies offer a refreshing break from the pressure to constantly do. They give us permission to simply be, without the need for external validation or success. When you indulge in a hobby, it becomes a space where you can truly relax and be yourself, free from judgment or comparison. This sense of freedom is invaluable, as it provides an escape from the stresses of life and allows you to recharge, both mentally and emotionally. It's a reminder that we are more than just our work and achievements. We are complex individuals with interests, talents, and passions that deserve to be nurtured. The benefits of pursuing hobbies extend far beyond just pleasure and relaxation. They also have a profound impact on our mental and emotional well-being. Engaging in activities you love helps reduce stress and anxiety, as it provides a distraction from the pressures of life. Studies have shown that hobbies can lower cortisol levels, the hormone associated with stress, and boost dopamine, the feel-good neurotransmitter. When you're engaged in something that brings you joy, your mind shifts away from worries, and you become absorbed in the present moment. This mindfulness helps improve your mental clarity, focus, and overall sense of peace. Moreover, hobbies foster creativity, which is essential for problem-solving and innovation. When you make time for creative pursuits, you exercise your imagination and open your mind to new possibilities. This can translate into greater creativity in other areas of your life, whether at work, in relationships, or in personal growth. Creativity is a powerful tool for personal expression, and when we engage in activities that spark our imagination, we unlock new ways of thinking and experiencing the world. The more we nurture our creative side, the more it enhances our ability to navigate challenges and see things from different perspectives. Pursuing hobbies also plays a crucial role in building self-confidence. As you practice and improve in a particular area, you develop a sense of accomplishment and mastery. Whether it's learning to play the guitar, perfecting a recipe, or finishing a craft project, the progress you make boosts your self-esteem. Each step forward reinforces the belief that you are capable of growth and success. This positive reinforcement translates into a stronger sense of self-worth and empowerment. It reminds you that you are capable of achieving things outside of work or responsibilities, and that you have valuable talents and skills to share with the world. In addition to personal growth, hobbies offer an opportunity to connect with others who share your interests. Whether it's joining a book club, attending a cooking class, or participating in a photography group, hobbies create communities of like-minded individuals. These connections foster social bonds and support networks that contribute to your overall happiness and sense of belonging. Sharing your passion with others not only strengthens these relationships, but also creates opportunities for collaboration and learning. It's through these shared experiences that we create meaningful connections that enrich our lives and provide a sense of camaraderie. The sense of accomplishment and joy that comes from pursuing hobbies also has a ripple effect on other areas of your life. When you engage in activities that bring you fulfillment, you naturally feel more balanced and centered. This sense of balance allows you to approach other aspects of your life with a clearer mind and a renewed sense of energy. Instead of feeling drained or overwhelmed, you become more resilient and better equipped to handle the demands of daily life. Hobbies serve as a powerful tool for maintaining a healthy work-life balance, giving you the space to relax, recharge, and return to your responsibilities with a fresh perspective. Additionally, hobbies offer an opportunity for personal growth and learning. Whether you're taking up a new language, trying your hand at painting, or learning how to play chess, hobbies are an avenue for continuous learning. The process of acquiring new skills and knowledge can be incredibly rewarding, and it keeps your brain active and engaged. Studies have shown that learning new things not only enhances cognitive function, but also helps protect against cognitive decline as we age. Hobbies provide an enjoyable way to keep your mind sharp while expanding your horizons and broadening your understanding of the world. There's also a deep sense of satisfaction that comes from pursuing hobbies because they align with our intrinsic motivations. Unlike work, which often involves external rewards like money or promotions, hobbies are driven by internal desires. We pursue them because they bring us joy, not because we expect something in return. This intrinsic motivation makes hobbies incredibly fulfilling because they are an expression of who we are at our core. When you engage in something that resonates with your passions, you're doing it because it reflects your true self. This sense of alignment brings a sense of fulfillment that can't be replicated by external achievements. In a world that often prioritizes productivity and efficiency, hobbies offer a much-needed respite. They remind us that life isn't just about working hard and achieving goals. It's also about finding joy in the simple, everyday moments. Hobbies allow us to reconnect with our sense of wonder and curiosity, and to rediscover the pleasures of life outside of our professional and personal obligations. Whether you're tending to a garden, knitting a scarf, or solving puzzles, these activities serve as reminders that we can find joy in the small things. Incorporating hobbies into your daily routine is a powerful way to improve your overall well-being. They serve as a counterbalance to the stresses and demands of life, providing an outlet for relaxation, creativity, and self-expression. By making time for activities that bring you joy, you nurture your mental, emotional, and physical health. Hobbies are not just distractions, they are essential for a well-rounded, fulfilling life. They offer opportunities for personal growth, connection, and self-discovery, and they provide the space to find joy in the present moment. In a world that often moves too quickly, hobbies remind us to slow down, appreciate the simple pleasures, and invest in our own happiness. Chapter 19. Stay adaptable to navigate life's uncertainties with resilience. Life has a unique way of throwing unexpected challenges our way. It's often said that the only constant in life is change, yet many of us resist it, hoping for stability and predictability. But what happens when the world around us shifts unexpectedly? How do we maintain our sense of control when the familiar landscapes of our life begin to fade? The key lies in adaptability, the ability to stay flexible and resilient when faced with life's uncertainties. Life will continue to present us with the unknown, and our ability to navigate these challenges with adaptability is what will define our success and happiness. Adaptability is not just about reacting to changes, it's about embracing them as opportunities for growth. Life's uncertainties can feel like a storm, unpredictable and overwhelming, but it's our response to these moments that determines whether we are swept away or whether we rise stronger. Resilience, the ability to bounce back from setbacks, is built upon a foundation of adaptability. It's about developing a mindset that welcomes change rather than fearing it, that sees obstacles as stepping stones rather than roadblocks. In times of uncertainty, it's easy to feel powerless or defeated. We may look for control in places where it no longer exists, clinging to the old ways of doing things or resisting new opportunities. But the truth is, we can't control everything around us. The one thing we can control is how we respond to what happens. Staying adaptable means relinquishing the illusion of control and instead focusing on how we can shape our response to the ever-changing world around us. When we become comfortable with uncertainty, we stop fighting against life's unpredictability, and instead we learn to navigate it with grace and resilience. One of the most powerful aspects of adaptability is its ability to help us learn and grow. Every challenge that life presents is an opportunity to expand our capabilities, discover new strengths, and develop a deeper understanding of ourselves. By staying open to new experiences and perspectives, we allow ourselves to evolve in ways we never imagined. Whether it's adjusting to a new job, navigating a relationship change, or simply adapting to a different lifestyle, each challenge brings with it the potential for profound personal growth. The more we embrace change, the more we allow ourselves to tap into our fullest potential. However, adapting to life's uncertainties is not always easy. It requires a willingness to let go of preconceived notions and step into the unknown with an open mind. It involves developing a sense of curiosity about life and a willingness to learn from every situation. We often become attached to certain outcomes, wanting everything to go according to plan. But when life doesn't unfold the way we expect, we may feel frustrated or defeated. This is where adaptability becomes crucial. It's about releasing the need for things to be a certain way and being open to the possibility that something even better may be waiting for us. Resilience is built through experience, and adaptability plays a significant role in this process. The more we face challenges head-on and adapt to the changes that life brings, the stronger we become. We learn that setbacks are not permanent and that we have the ability to recover and move forward. This mindset shift is essential for building a resilient, unshakable foundation that allows us to thrive, even in the face of adversity. A key component of adaptability is learning to manage our emotions. Life's uncertainties can stir up feelings of fear, anxiety, and uncertainty. When faced with unexpected change, it's natural to feel overwhelmed. However, staying adaptable means acknowledging these emotions without allowing them to control our actions. It means developing emotional intelligence, the ability to recognize, understand, and manage our emotions effectively. By acknowledging our feelings and embracing them, we can better navigate challenging situations with a calm and clear mind. This emotional awareness gives us the clarity we need to respond to uncertainty with confidence rather than fear. Adaptability also involves a sense of trust in the process of life. It requires having faith that even in the midst of uncertainty, things are unfolding exactly as they need to. Life may not always go according to plan, but this doesn't mean that it's going wrong. It simply means that we are being guided to new experiences and opportunities that may not have been on our radar. Trusting the process is about surrendering the need for control and learning to flow with life, even when the path ahead is unclear. This trust empowers us to make decisions with confidence, knowing that we are capable of handling whatever comes our way. Another important aspect of adaptability is the ability to remain present. When faced with uncertainty, it's easy to become consumed by worries about the future or regrets about the past. We may begin to anticipate the worst-case scenario, imagining all the ways things could go wrong. But this kind of thinking only exacerbates stress and anxiety. Staying adaptable means staying grounded in the present moment, focusing on what is within our control right now, rather than getting lost in what might or might not happen. When we stay present, we can make more thoughtful decisions and take actions that align with our values and goals. The practice of adaptability also extends to our relationships. Life's uncertainties often impact our connections with others, whether it's through job changes, relocations, or shifts in personal circumstances. In times of change, our relationships may evolve as well. Adapting to these shifts involves being flexible in our expectations and finding new ways to communicate and connect. It's about being open to compromise, understanding that both our needs and the needs of others may change over time. By staying adaptable in our relationships, we build stronger bonds and create an environment where growth and mutual support can thrive. Another important element of adaptability is maintaining a growth mindset. This mindset is the belief that we are capable of learning, improving, and growing through every experience, no matter how difficult. When we face uncertainty, it's easy to become discouraged or feel like we're not equipped to handle the situation. But a growth mindset allows us to see challenges as opportunities for learning rather than insurmountable obstacles. It reminds us that we are always capable of developing new skills, finding new solutions, and rising to the occasion. Embracing this mindset empowers us to face change with confidence and resilience, knowing that we have the tools to navigate whatever comes our way. Adapting to life's uncertainties also means being proactive in our approach. It's easy to get caught up in the reactive cycle, where we wait for problems to arise before taking action. But staying adaptable involves anticipating potential changes and being prepared to adjust when necessary. This proactive approach helps us feel more in control and less overwhelmed when the unexpected happens. It's about developing the flexibility to pivot when needed, without getting stuck in old patterns or routines that no longer serve us. In conclusion, staying adaptable in the face of life's uncertainties is one of the most powerful skills we can cultivate. Life is inherently unpredictable, and rather than fighting against it, we must learn to flow with the changes. Resilience is built through our ability to adapt, and by developing a mindset that embraces the unknown, we open ourselves to new opportunities and personal growth. Adaptability allows us to navigate life's challenges with grace and confidence, knowing that no matter what comes our way, we have the strength to overcome it and emerge stronger than before. Life may be uncertain, but with adaptability, we can face any challenge head-on and create a future filled with endless possibilities. Chapter 20. Commit to lifelong learning to continually evolve and grow. It is a way of living that enables continual growth and evolution in all aspects of life. In a world where change is constant and knowledge is expanding at an unprecedented rate, staying stagnant is no longer an option. Those who embrace lifelong learning are not only able to keep up with the world around them, but they also position themselves to shape their futures in ways they never thought possible. At the core of lifelong learning is the belief that we are never done growing. It's easy to fall into the trap of thinking that once we reach a certain level of success or knowledge, we can stop striving to improve. But this mindset is limiting. The truth is, the moment we stop learning, we begin to fall behind. Lifelong learning ensures that we remain adaptable, resilient, and capable of facing the challenges that life throws at us. It encourages us to stretch beyond our comfort zones and explore new opportunities, helping us evolve into the best version of ourselves. Lifelong learning isn't just about accumulating facts or mastering a specific skill. It's about fostering a mindset of growth. It's the realization that every experience, every challenge, and every interaction provides an opportunity to learn something new. The more we open ourselves up to new information and new perspectives, the more we expand our capacity for growth. It's about continuously expanding the boundaries of what we know and how we view the world. In our fast-paced world, it's easy to get caught up in routines and daily obligations. We may feel like we're too busy to invest time in learning something new or improving our skills. However, the key to lifelong learning is integrating it into our daily lives. It doesn't require a drastic change, but rather the commitment to make small, intentional choices every day that promote growth. This could be as simple as reading a book, listening to a podcast, taking a class, or even engaging in meaningful conversations with others. These small acts of learning add up over time, creating a cumulative effect that leads to significant personal development. One of the most powerful aspects of lifelong learning is its ability to combat complacency. As we learn, we continue to challenge our assumptions and beliefs. We question the status quo and are less likely to become comfortable with mediocrity. This mindset drives us to seek excellence, not just in our work, but in our personal lives as well. Lifelong learning encourages curiosity, innovation, and a hunger for growth that keeps us from settling for anything less than our best. Learning also plays a vital role in maintaining mental sharpness and cognitive health as we age. Studies have shown that engaging in activities that stimulate the mind, such as learning new things, solving puzzles, or taking up new hobbies, can improve brain function and delay cognitive decline. By committing to lifelong learning, we not only enhance our knowledge, but we also protect our minds, ensuring that we remain sharp and engaged throughout our lives. Moreover, lifelong learning fosters a sense of purpose. When we actively seek out new knowledge or skills, we create goals for ourselves that fuel our sense of achievement. Whether it's learning a new language, acquiring a new skill for our career, or pursuing a personal passion, the pursuit of learning gives us something to strive for. It reignites our enthusiasm for life and pushes us to explore the world around us in new and exciting ways. Learning becomes a tool not only for personal growth, but for greater fulfillment. The process of learning itself is not always easy. It requires effort, discipline, and a willingness to fail and try again. In the face of setbacks or challenges, it's easy to become discouraged, especially when we feel like we're not making progress as quickly as we'd like. However, this is where the power of lifelong learning truly shines. It teaches us perseverance, patience, and resilience. Every time we encounter a roadblock, it's an opportunity to build character and deepen our understanding. Failure is not something to fear, but something to embrace as a necessary part of the learning process. One of the greatest gifts of lifelong learning is the way it broadens our perspectives. As we learn about different cultures, histories, philosophies, and technologies, we become more empathetic and open-minded. Lifelong learning encourages us to see the world through others' eyes, which helps us become better communicators, problem solvers, and leaders. In a globalized society, the ability to understand diverse viewpoints and adapt our approach accordingly is an invaluable skill. It not only helps us build stronger relationships with others, but also enables us to collaborate effectively in a wide variety of settings. As we continue to learn, we also develop a greater sense of self-awareness. Learning encourages introspection as we explore new ideas and reflect on how they align with our values and beliefs. This process of self-discovery helps us become more confident in who we are and more comfortable with the person we are becoming. By committing to lifelong learning, we actively participate in our own evolution, gaining a deeper understanding of our passions, strengths, and areas for growth. Lifelong learning also plays a crucial role in our ability to adapt to change. The world is constantly evolving, and in order to stay relevant and competitive, we must be willing to evolve along with it. Technological advancements, shifts in the economy, and changes in societal norms require us to continuously update our skills and knowledge. Lifelong learning gives us the tools to not only keep up with these changes, but to lead them. By embracing learning as a lifelong pursuit, we position ourselves at the forefront of innovation and progress. In our personal lives, lifelong learning enriches our relationships. By learning about topics that interest us or developing new skills, we have more to share with the people in our lives. We become more interesting, engaging, and well-rounded individuals. Moreover, the process of learning together with others, whether through classes, workshops, or shared experiences, strengthens our connections and builds a sense of community. Learning is not a solitary pursuit. It can also be a shared journey that brings people closer